Day 36. Day 36. Day 36. When I am considering or working on, if somebody submitted something, I want you to give a notification to the person, say in the bugs area, if I'm actually working on it or I completed it, they get a notification, just that user who submitted it. Same thing with the feature request or the video idea. Don't give a notification if I delete it or I table it. Essentially, you're just giving notifications of the person who submitted it only as it moves down the bugs area to completed and the feature request or the video request. But if I delete it or I table it or I decline it, don't give them a notification. All right, tabs watch. Let's go. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. I was thinking of Mark Miller. They're doing construction right above me. I take the boardroom and I say, this is not the best day to be going live streaming because they are just hammering the concrete. I'm in a Class A massive building. You know how many square feet there are? 1 million. There's 1 million square feet available for office space in this building. It's an entire city avenue, an entire city block. You have 2 entrances. It's a massive, massive building. All right, what do you want me to do with the bugs? I just told you, I literally am vibe coding with 4.8. What's going on? Why is this a thing? Can't hear over the music. All right. So what you're saying is turn up the music. You're saying to turn up the music. That's what you're saying. Can't hear anything over the music. Welcome to Friday, beautiful Friday. Now I can hear myself think. A lot has been going on. A lot has been going on in the back end. The feed is taking off. The bug requests are coming in, the feature requests are coming in, the video requests are coming in. Your boy he's got a totally new schedule next week. He's just gonna try it out. Just try it out. It's still live, but there is so much going on in the news. Not enough people understand the news. They just want to be entertained, and the problem is I am not that guy. I entertain, yes. And yes, by the way, as an update, last night I went to a trivia night. They put me with pretty girls and a really cool guy who just moved here from SF, San Francisco. The guy to my left, AI, uses it in the financial service firm that he does, and he's getting paid a lot. Woman to right in front of me. I thought it was vastly inappropriate to do the flirty thing. You kind of we're all gonna be in the same circle and see each other potentially monthly, so we weren't doing that. She uses AI a lot. She's like, what do you use? I'm like, well, that's very interesting. She's like, what do you do? I was like, I code with AI. You know, you don't want to like drop the vibe coding. And she asked me, she's like, oh, and then the guy to my left, he's like, what do you mean? And I went into it and he's like a vibe coder? I was like, yeah, like a vibe coder, that's exactly. So I guess the normies are getting the lay of the land. And this is what's interesting. He sells AI services to financial firms. She works at a telecommunications company. It's a big one. You'd know what it is. And she uses AI daily for the telecommunications company. You know what they both said? He's like, oh yeah, no, everyone in San Francisco is talking about AI and how they're building and vibe coding and getting their own stuff. And he's like, I haven't really looked into it. She said the same thing. Dude, this is a very narrow window we are in. This is a very narrow window. I want you to literally take that in. This is not like, even people using it on a day-to-day basis are just still using it as a search engine. They are not using it to build software, to help out their to-do list, and I asked both of them, I said, are you worried that your jobs are gonna be taken over? No, not at all. In the back of my mind, I was like, well, that's interesting because this just happened. That's interesting. 3,200 people were just laid off and 8,000 worldwide. That's interesting. This is literally where you just came from, the Bay Area. We can go to the community real quick. We got a lot going on in the community. It's taking off. We are going to hit a critical mass soon. I feel it. I've been down this road. I understand momentum. I understand it all. I should pull up the chat. I should understand what you guys are saying. Also check articles. You got to remove my 400. Oh yeah. That, I have so much on my to-do list, and unfortunately this weekend is literally just gonna be family. I got my niece, she's graduating. My mom wants to go to the beach. Then on Sunday, it's gonna be walking with the family. So Monday, I was thinking about it. I was like, Monday, I have a totally different schedule. I'll talk about it in a second. What do you do with the bug request page? Triage, pull the open bugs, no. No, I just said, I gotta be honest, I know, oh, it didn't even go through. Okay, my bad, Opus, that's me. What I want you to do is give a notification when I am working on a bug and I complete a bug. The person who submitted it, the user who submitted it, gets a notification as it was worked on and then completed. For the requests, if I am considering it or I have done it, for either of the requests for the video or the feature request, they get a notification. They also obviously get notifications when people reply to their bug or requests, if someone upvotes it, things like that. Do not give them a notification if I delete it or I table it or I decline it. All right, so big update on the bugs. Oh, it did. There you go. Big update to the bugs. I am rewarding now 250 points to the person who has the biggest bug, most amount of bugs. And it's not on submitting bugs, it's on completing bugs. Very important, because now the bugs are flooding in, the features are flooding in, and I gotta narrow down on, combining bugs into, this is the same bug, combining the bugs. They will still get completed, so I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna check DMs as soon as possible. This is urgent. Urgent. Uh-oh, should I even open this publicly? I don't know how or why. Let's bring this down here. Let's go. When sending texts, it shows your text on the other person's side. When sending texts, it shows your text on the other person's side. Okay, thank you for the clarification. What? Oh. That's weird, because this is what it looks like on my screen. I show you're on the left, I'm on the right. That's weird. I'll screenshot it. I'll see what Claude has to say. By the way, are you happy with 4.8? What's the consensus? I'm seeing that, why is this a thing? And the feed was dropping some bombs. By the way, lot going on. What's the, there will be a, oh, by the way, you want to hear something funny, dude? Oh boy, Mark Miller with his dog ball. Dog ball next Friday, let's go. Let's go. Get those little putters out in the grass. We don't have any of this. We don't have any of this grass. You gotta go to Central Park for that. All right, so what are you building? What are you building? Did whoever asked that in today's day and age, by the way, today's poll, what are we thinking? Will agentic AI replace IDEs in 12 months? Mostly, yeah, I say that. Okay, all right. Wow, that's interesting. Especially because, what is it, Microsoft came out with what they want to do? What is this? Build something in Windows users, wow. By the way, the memes coming in, fantastic. There is so much news to go over. So yesterday, in the brainstorming session, it will replace developers in 6 months. Yeah. I literally was listening to a podcast and they were talking about, and they're talking about AI. All right. Submitter only. Yeah, of course. Suppress backwards moves. Only notify forward progress. Yes. Wow. That's a very good question. That has to be the best question I've ever gotten from Claude in my entire life. My entire life. He's saying that if I go backwards, don't notify them, only if I move forward. Because that has happened where I went considering and then back to open. Very good question. I like that. Well played there, Claude. You have earned my $200 on the renewal. You have earned it. And they were talking about a bubble, okay? There's two different bubbles we have to talk about. There is, are we going to use this in the future bubble, and the stock market bubble. Okay, I potentially agree with the stock market bubble. Allegedly, my opinion, not investment advice, but I think, my opinion, OpenAI and SpaceX AI are wild, and they just dropped their evaluation today, by the way, from 2 billion, SpaceX AI, from 2 trillion to 1.8 trillion. So I think investors even are saying, you're not going to get up to the 1.8 trillion evaluation. That's a bold one. That's a bold move. OpenAI, I don't know. Anthropic in the news again. What's going on with Anthropic? Who's going to visit them? Dude, I'm telling you right now, can I get Baltics in the chat? Estonia, please, Estonia. Where's Estonia? Where's the jeans? What was his name? Banana Jeans? Where's Banana Jeans? Because there is, what is it? Mistral? That's the only model in all of Europe. You're talking about France and Germany and the UK. Where are they going? They know they can't go to China because the banks will just give them a little, no, bad boy, get back in line. The banks won't have any part of that. They're going to America. Europe, I talked about it yesterday. Europe, cooked. South America, cooked. Africa, cooked. UK, cooked. Russia, cooked. Unless they use Chinese models. So it's going to be a bifurcation. Big bifurcation coming up. All right, let's go over here. And then I'll talk about the new schedule. And that should be, okay, committed. Perfect. So is anyone using Claude 4.8? What's their thoughts? What's your thoughts? Let's go to bugs. Let's keep on. Today's a bug day. I'm feeling very, bug ID disappears on reload. That's weird. Huh. All right. There we go. Let's get that out. All right, so the new schedule. Because I thought about it and I shot another banger video. Absolute banger video yesterday. Where is this? I had to shoot it in 3 parts because it was so intense. 3 parts, right here. So this is the final part. I get up from an hour brainstorming session and I go over what is the new schedule. And I talk about it and I say, this is my brainstorming schedule. So now I have to piece together 3 videos. Banana Jeans. Oh my gosh, Mark. That's this entire chat right here. Mark Miller, just getting the Mark Miller in. That's all we need is the Mark Miller. We got to get the Mark Miller in. We got to get you in. Let's bring you down here. We need a special chat just for the Mark Millers. Invite me out to Minnesota. By the way, so the new schedule, we're going to vibe code in the background, but I need a prompt for that thumbnail. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to go over the news, Q&A, and vibe code in the background. That's going to be about 30% of it because there are so many things happening that need to be explained properly, put into context. That's the best way to say it. And, you know, you talk to these people yesterday, they are out to lunch when it comes to, like, literally what's going to happen is all these people that are like, I'm at an AI company, I'm at Meta, they have Llama. We're AI forward. I know that Mark is literally doing all keystrokes, all mouse strokes, taking screenshots and training the models to take over my job. I understand they're doing that. And I understand they have a reputation of laying off 10% of their workforce this last week. But I'm good. I'm in San Francisco. I'll just get a job right away. San Francisco is extremely expensive. Your taxes are like New York City. It is impossible to do anything without driving. The guy yesterday I was talking to for San Francisco, he's been in 400, listen to this, 400, and he showed it to me on his phone, 421 robo-taxi rides. His friend grabbed the steering wheel. This is a little dystopian, to be honest. He grabbed the steering wheel one time because he wanted to go to a different way. They shut down the car and they called the cops. A little, what was that? Minority Report? Little Minority Report. Little too much there. That is, you know. And then you just literally look at what is going on in the news, and I'll make sense of it. I'll make sense of it. EU is coming to the United States. Salesforce again in the news. I dropped Salesforce. Never gonna go back to it. Never gonna go back to it. I do like, by the way, very interesting, but let's go to this. This, very interesting. Listen, I don't spend any time online, so I don't know who this guy is, but apparently he generated all of this using AI, which was, I guess, some AI animated series, okay? And then he gets, literally, they said he got death threats. He got death threats because he generated it with AI, okay? The world in which we are going towards is going to literally be crazy. You have a bifurcation, the people that, there's three groups coming up, and tell me in the chat. One group is us. We use AI, it's personal AI, we're building with AI. Then you have the people who just hate it. They just hate it. I don't care if it's you built your own system, you created your own music, you're making your own money, it's on your own Mac Studio, I don't care. I just hate it, and you can't convince me otherwise. I'm just, door is closed. And then you have the third group, which is very opinion, is, I agree with tracks, what you just said. And then the third group are gonna be the ones that are literally okay with anything as long as they're entertained. They just want to be entertained. They understand that music, 30%, allegedly, my opinion, 30% of the music going up on Spotify, whether it's music or podcasts. Spotify said this apparently in the elevator where it says the news. They have a screen and has the news, and they said that 30% of the podcast and the music being created right now is AI. And they're okay with it because Spotify doesn't want to pay the record companies. If I was the record companies, I'd be like Salesforce and being like, I don't know what to do right now. If I was Hollywood, I'd be like, I don't know what to do right now. But 30% of the people continuously will have a subscription to Spotify. They'll be on TikTok. They'll be on X. They will literally they'll just like, give me AI slop. I don't care. I don't care. I just want to be distracted. I have no thoughts in my brain. I have no internal thoughts in my brain, okay? And I'm not making fun of them. That's how they were created. It's like they don't have the monkey mind that I do. So they just walk around and like, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's not affecting me. Those are the three groups. It could split into four, but we have three groups right now. The one in the middle are just not, they understand why. All right. If you can, since your news segment, do check the article I sent review about Opus 8, 4.8. sent me in the DMs. All right, let's check these chats, by the way. And we got to get Mark Miller signed in. We got to get Mark Miller signed in. Okay, one honest headless Chrome denies the notification problem, so I was not able to fully pass. All right, so there's a lot I need to write. One is a change log, so you guys know what's actually changing. Like, we're gonna do a total overhaul on the point system. And it's not gonna be overhaul as in like changing the code, but maybe the numbers. Because I created it way back in the day, 36 days ago. And since then, a lot has happened. We'll just say that a lot has happened. Some taking advantage of, I thought it'd be like, oh, okay, we're not going to exploit, but we got some exploiting. Charles, check your DMs. Check your DMs. By the way, 2, the broken one is approved. Boo! Boo! All right, good idea. Let's handle that right now. Let's copy that image. Let's copy that image. Yeah. Why? Why am I changing the schedule? Because I need a live every single day, and it's a funnel. You have viewers, then you have people who don't do lives, they only do short videos, so then I'll put out a short video. And then I have to put out content for the iCharles community. That's gonna be like intellectual, stimulating, smart. There will be some entertainment, we'll have fun, we'll slap hands, we'll high five, we'll do all of that. However, the main gist of what I want to build is a library, and I did it on the video yesterday, a library that people understand how to go throughout life. Because my entire life, I was lied to. I was lied to. Where do I say it? Here we go. So this is what, and I'm gonna do a full video on this today. These 3 things right here. iCharles needs to be stable, okay? Very important. iCharles needs to get to a point where it's stable. And then you do small little iterations so things don't break. Because there will be a wave. I know there will be a wave. People will come in. It will be full. You have that one paying subscriber. That one paying subscriber needs to see that there are videos, that iCharles is stable, and that the members are educated. They're smart. They know what's going on in the world. And they go, okay, I want to be around these people. I like the videos library. I like the members. I'm going to keep on paying. This is very interesting that what this guy's building. In other words, me. And he also is educating me on what the news is. I should have brought up an article that was like, this is total HR, PR. I might have done that. I might have done that. All right, let's go over here. The broken one approved. All right, let's make sure that it deletes the right one. Let's go over here. I gotta re-up my admin area too. Messages, nope, articles. Here we go, open new view. Let's go to members. Mohammed, 80%, 79%, 89%. Whoa. Oh, it's interesting, it shows too. Okay. Very, very good. I need to get a notification as well when you guys submit articles. Maybe a different notification because the admin, maybe have an admin bell for me. That's interesting. I might put an admin bell right here. I'm gonna write that down. Because I get notifications on security risks. Like I got 35 from Discord. There has been literally right now, 36 minutes ago, a member triggered a critical investigation involving 15 accounts. I would dismiss it. So it gives me what AI recommends I do. We got to turn this into an operation. This isn't going to be, And by the way, Matt Miller, love you. Watch you. Very entertaining. You can't take shots at Alex Finn. You just, man to man, you can't. And then, you know, yesterday he gets up there and he's like, yeah, there's guys that do 300,000. They don't show their Stripe dashboard, and, you know, they're pushing a community. And I don't know his name. I don't know. I think it's Alex. This guy is literally, he knows who it is. I think it's Alex. Dude, you got to be genuine, okay? The dude literally has VC funding to build something, okay? If you're in the VC world, you're at a different level, you know? I talked to a guy yesterday, and this is what I'm talking about. All right, let's go to the article, and then I'll bring that story up. Okay, we'll have an admin bell. I have so many things that I need to do with the video library that I need to potentially focus literally just on that on Monday, because Saturday, Sunday are a complete wash, which stinks. And that's why iCharles needs to be fully operational. I need to be able to plug into my iPhone. You know, I was asking AI, like, can you do push notifications without a PWA app? No. Can you download videos without a PWA app? No. But the problem is, when you build a PWA app, it's totally separate than the mobile site. So I'm updating the mobile site, and the PWA app is, they're not talking. I just did that with my triathlon. I have a triathlon app, but then I have a triathlon on iCharles, and they don't talk to each other. Maybe that's me. That's probably me. That is me. We'll just conclude that. All right, so that's weird. So you're saying that iCharles community articles. All right, what are you talking about? Is this a thing? What are you talking about? I can see the buttons. What do you mean? You're showing me a different screen. You're showing me a different screen. Yeah, you're showing me that there's 3. You actually have different buttons than I do, too. You have light blue buttons. I don't like how that's set up. What's the red? What's the red? Wow, that's weird. You have like red somewhere. What is the red? That'd be good if I open the chat. Laughing, since you're in the news segment, do the article I sent you. You sent me an article? What's going on? Oh, this? Oh, is that a link or just a? Yeah, I think, and a couple of people said, see, you know what's weird is I did not click on this, yet it did not, there we go, that's a bug right there. Where's my VS code? Nope, that's QuickTime Player. Let's get out of here. All right. So are you still seeing that bug? I know I don't have the chat pulled up. Paplebeat, show some grace. Do you understand what I'm trying to do here? It's a one-man operation. I'm trying to go to trivia nights, find my wife, move out of the city, be like in the woods or the beach. I don't know. It's really hard for me to decide. Because when I was at the beach and the sun is out and you hear the waves and everyone's just like having a good time, Elabit, everyone is completely overweight and look ungodly sick with inflammation. No judgment, obviously. Clearly no judgment. It's so hard. Being in nature and like hearing the trees and the animals and birds, and then you get attacked by a pigeon. I don't know, it's hard. It's like the best of both worlds. If I go to the Hudson Valley, I can bike ride up there, I could swim in the Hudson, I can get a boat, I could be near like a lake and do open swims, I could run, I could have a big backyard. I don't have the taxes of Long Island, but then Long Island has the beaches, and Long Island right now is an absolute disaster. It is brutal. Fix the @mesh. All right, so that should be done, but we will verify it because we have a verification process. This is, okay. I am currently in the second user, and what's weird is when I clicked on the second user, the top user, which I have not seen the message, the unseen light blue background unread light blue background goes away. So this is a bug that needs to be looked at. Tell me what I just said before you do anything. All right, let's send that out. I do have to say it is faster. I was coding a little yesterday during my open house. There was like a little window, and in my opinion, here we go. Torrent, yeah. Videos, sound files, it sucks that you got to download it and make sure that plays directly in the messages. All right, can we put this in the bugs, please? Can we put this in the bugs? You get points. You get points. Plus, I understand you're DMing me and, you know, you got to fix this immediately. Yeah, by the way, do you know who recommended this? Send video files? Mark Miller. That broke the entire chat, and I had to rebuild it, but our boy Mark Miller. And by the way, why does it say 1? Why does it say 1? It should not say 1. That's another bug. What are we doing? What are we doing? All right, let's go to here. Also, I am currently in the one message that was unread. Yet the notification on the upper left area in the message still says that I have 1. When I click on the one unread message, that needs to go away. This has to be live. All right. All right. What are we saying in the chat? What are we saying in the chat? DMs 15, way too many, could have been total accounts, not too sure. Viet Con, which beach is safe due to water like tsunami? Woods. Beach is not safe. Yeah, Long Island is very flat, and to be honest, the people who move to Long Island right now, they're like very angry. They're just, I go there and I'm like, this was not my childhood. People aren't even this angry in New York City, and we're just ants in a colony, okay? Beeping horns, just getting angry. Costco, they're like running into you with carts, and I'm like, Mom, we gotta get out of here. She's like, well, then find a wife. I'm like, all right, I'll move you up to somewhere upstate, you know, where you can just live in your own part of the house, take care of my grandkids that I don't have. I gotta start going on dates. That's, you know, all I am is all talk right now. I have so many people sitting in my dating app area, and, you know, people I could ask out, and it's like, dude, just go on dates. Gotta go up. Considering the guy that I would go on 3 dates a night in my 20s, I was a maniac, dude. I was a maniac. You're right. All right. Yeah, let's do this. We're not gonna copy your torrent. By the way, Trax, I appreciate the DM. Can we put this into a bug so I don't decipher 14 messages? Just add to it. By the way, what is your face? What is that? Who is that? That looks like a very not so happy guy. Let's do that. The only things that can be sent, and we need to have limits on the size, is video, pictures, and sound. Limit the actual file extensions to safe ones, and make sure that every other form of file extensions are banned at the highest level via Open Router Free. And probe on playing it right there in the chat. And obviously, because it's asking me, is this Botenston.com? By the way, Mark Miller, good idea. Mark Miller in the requests said we should have a group project. And as selfish as this is about to sound, I said the group project should be Botenston.com. Oh boy. Gosh, Charles, now you're really just, when I'm considering working on, if someone's submitting something, give a notification for the, okay. When I didn't open the recipient's notification page. Okay, so that's notification, that's fine. Let's clear you. Yeah, we gotta go over some of the requests too. There is so much to go over. That's why I have to break it up. You got news, vibe coding in the background, Q&A, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I'm also gonna go into how do you make sense of the world. Yeah, like this is another bug right here. Someone just sent a, yeah, like this is, we gotta really look into this. Yeah, that should be moved up, and let's do that. All right. The second screenshot also shows that someone sent me a new DM. The new DM must move above the latest or oldest DM. So essentially live, real time, as DMs come in, you have to move them to the top. So the latest DMs are at the top. Very important to make sure that this happens. Because I know that, so the way that I broke it down on the brainstorming yesterday, it's like, what is the value to the member? Okay, there's really two things that I want the member to be paying for. One is value, and the other is collaboration, because that makes the community. So the collaboration is like posts and feed, and you're liking and subscribe, and you're sending DMs, and you're kind of like in this group project together. But the value is not just entertainment. That's, you go elsewhere, you know, they clap hands and they sing Kumbaya. That's not us. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna make fun of fun, and we're gonna bring fun back, and we're gonna laugh at each other. But it would be great if someone's like, oh, I've never seen that perspective. That's the best way to say it. That's interesting. I want that reaction. Ooh, I'm curious about that. That's very interesting. I never looked at it like that. Because I tell the story of 2011 when I got rid of, in one of these videos, when I got rid of everything, and I go, all my Wall Street Journal, Newsweek, New York Times, I got rid of, I had like subscriptions to the zoo. I would read the Wall Street Journal every single day. Every day. I knew every prime minister, president, I knew every CEO of every bank, because I had to, because New York City is very educated people. And I'm 20-something years old. And then I saw that all 11 at the newsstand when we had those, they were all the same story, but just different angles. And I'm like, I don't know. They're like programming me, because it was, the photo was different. One was looking up, one was looking down, one was angry, one was not. And it wasn't like a big news story. It was just that day's news. You said ban everything at the highest level. Let me clarify. Yeah, what is the prompt on that? Because strict server allow list, yes. 25, no, we're not doing images 25. What? What do you think, I'm Google? Come on now. No. What? No, images are 5, videos are 10, audio is 10. No, not even. Images are 1 meg. You can get away with 1 meg, if not 500 KB. What do you think, I'm NVIDIA? What? No, what happens is you ingest it and it goes down to, do we currently have a system that takes in larger file sizes and then brings it down to the size that we want? In other words, we did this on the main feed post, and I think somewhere else. In other words, someone uploads 25 meg photo, but then it's ingested and onto the system as a smaller file size, so we don't go through my entire storage, and then we delete the main one. Yeah. Yeah, I know why is this a thing, but we got to, it's kind of like YouTube. YouTube doesn't serve up, oh wow. Images, yeah, that's good. And videos, yeah. Yeah, that's good. All right, let's do that. All right, we got to make sure the messages are doing well too. Yeah, so the threats are wild. By the way, this is the article. I'm glad I kept it up. You know how I say there is reasons for news? This had 25 sources, 23 sources, 23 sources. So those are smaller sources too. Those are not major like Reuters, AP, things like that. Do you know why this is in the news, by the way? So you don't sell it. You don't sell it. That's why. They want to make fun of him. But he also is in rooms we are not. Okay? That smile is, I'm in rooms that us pigeons are not in. That is, I am a billionaire for, what was his, broadcast.com, or how did he make his billions? You know, like, I don't know. I question a lot of that, to be honest. And that's not even his real name, by the way, Mark Cuban. Very interesting that they come out with this article by small sources, by the way. Obviously, Yahoo also pulls in, but it's still not an original source. So we'll just say I need at least 700 terabytes for my, yeah, exactly. I know. Listen, we'll get there. We'll get the terafab. I'll have my own terafab in 5 years. That's it. It is now a goal. Charles will have his own terafab. This is so you don't sell your Bitcoin. Allegedly, not investment advice. But by the way, Bitcoin, just look up that it's not safe. Something happened where they were able to retrieve Bitcoin. I wouldn't touch anything. Okay, section 1, the security model banned at the highest level. Okay, good. Yes, and we got to get the DMs right. These are both going at the DMs. So we'll let that run, We'll save this. We'll go back into bugs. And then we got to go, okay, so the only one that's actually putting in requests is Mark Miller from the job site on desktop because we don't have his mobile working. So he put in this. Member projects in collaboration have different softwares being worked on in the iCharles fixing. It would be invited to vibe code a project. Yeah, why don't we vibe code Botenstein.com? I was thinking for Botenstein.com, we do kind of like a group project. Yeah. Bitcoin, nah, that's like, no thank you. I was thinking like the old, so I had, what needs to happen? You need to have value, you have to have a community, you have to have collaboration. What if the collaboration is like a group project in a private Git repo? Look at this. For all those people that don't know what I'm talking about, well, I don't use it because I don't know how to use it. And then Bridge Voice, Mark Miller made fun of me. Not directly, but he's like, if someone doesn't know how to use that, they're an idiot. No, he didn't say that. He said that it's easy to use. And I was like walking down the street and I was like, oh, I'm not as smart as Mark. Matt. Anyway, what about that? You think that's a good idea? Should we get W's in the chat for that? Botenstein.com is a group project where we essentially group project other group projects. So people come in and they say, I need a blah, blah, blah. And then we just open a Git for that one person. They tell us what they want to get paid. And then we like decipher the funds, which I don't want to do because then there's like taxes and I got to get people's information. Then that turns into a whole, maybe we get paid in Bitcoin. Have different softwares being worked on. I was telling you to open an organization on Git for like 4 weeks. I know. Listen, I'm like a browser, okay? Actually, that should go back to, when I click on it, that should go back to the video request, or the feature request. Ah, that's a good little bugger. That's a good little bugger. Oh, we have a reply. We have a reply from Mayumi. Mayumi says embeds and stuff in profile bios like GitHub. Oh, this is a different one. Vibe code our own profile. Oh, yeah, Mark. What do you want to corrupt my computer? Maybe each profile could be vibe coded. Write lots of music now, and instead of spamming the main feed, then I could make it live in its own feed on my profile that I vibe coded. Mark, I wish I knew what you were talking about. Like, I write lots of music now, and instead of spamming the main feed, then I could make it. So I think, why is it a thing? All right. We need a new name. We're making a new name right now. We're making a new name. All right, that's done. Let's send that out. I cannot be saying, why is this a thing every single time? How is that? Why is this a thing? Wittag. We're going to call you Wittag. Dude, I was having a discussion. I'm so happy that I'm like in this office with other people that are just, their minds are just, they were just created different. I remember in high school just being like, why are we here? Why are we doing this? Why am I sitting down in a Catholic high school wearing a suit, listening to a bell, to then get up to go to another classroom, to then listen to a lecture, to then hear a bell and get up? And I'm like, all I want to do is just run outside. I cannot wait for gym. I cannot wait to play golf on the golf team. I was like, yeah, you want to, well, I don't know if I should tell that story. Like, the way of education, I'm not sending my kids to public schools. No way. It's like, what, to get bullied and just do TikTok dances in the hallway? It's like, go outside, be with your mother, and like, you know, play in the sand. You know, build something. Here's a hammer, here's a couple of nails, here's wood. Build me a chair. Let's go on a hike, you know? We're vibe coding from Zion National Park. The ranger comes up. You can't be using AI anymore. The cyborgs have, Mark, as much as I want to vibe code our own profiles, I have to at least table this. I'm not going to decline it, but we got to table it. We got to table it. I'm sorry, my friend. All right, so we got some bugs right here. All right, let's bring this down here. Let's bring this down here for a second. Zion National Park, I'm vibe coding. I'm with my family. I'm a 70-year-old man just going on a hike with my wife and children, and we're still vibe coding in the iCharles community. We have boatston.com if you want to join those vibe coding community. And then you hear like drones above. You have like flying helicopters. You have people that aren't even walking. There's robots that are exhausted that are walking past you. I'm calling my robo-taxi helicopter right now. Sorry, the noise is really loud. There's bison that are just really scared because there's robots coming. Charles, you're supposed to be vibe coding. This is very serious stuff. All right, you know what's really serious stuff is getting this up and working so my life is easier. When I click the request to go back, it goes to the main request, yet this is not for the main request. This is actually a feature request under the feature request tab. Make sure that when I click the request, it goes to the actual request page, which is a feature request. Also, when I clicked the open drop-down menu and pressed another option, it did not move it to that area, and then bring me back to the main page. So when I press or select tabled, it should bring me to the main feature request area if I'm in the feature request area and not video request area, and then move that to the tabled. Oh, that's an interesting way to, does anyone have their real photo anywhere? Why can't I, oh. I can't zoom in? Oh, there we go. Oh my gosh, he's got a picture of Donald. Oh boy, what monster are we creating over here? All right, let's get out of here. Let's go back to requests. That's tabled. Member projects and collaboration. Yeah, it did not move at all. Okay, now it did. Okay. Only on the main feature request, when I went from open to table, did it actually live go to tabled. When I'm on it individually, it did nothing. All right, let's send that out. Give it a little clarification. Enable inline media play. All right, so the flow is you upload, validate, store original, okay, and then queue for it to be transcribed, serve the small sibling, and delete one on, yeah. So essentially, the best way to do it is you take the original file, you encode it, you bring it down to the size that is still able to be played or viewed, and you delete the original while keeping the smaller file. My honest recommendation, keep the original as fallback for now, matches the existing video pipeline, and revisit if storage actually bites. By the way, my video from 2 days ago is going it's good. It's going up, which is weird. It was a bad video. I don't know why that one is going, like YouTube is serving that to people. It's very strange to me. Is this too difficult? Is that why you're saying and pushing back on deleting the original? Let's send that out. All right, which one is this? Fix the bug in the code base. To process corrections, I'm flagging honestly. My first commit accidentally Do you know how many times that's happened and I've added it to Claude in memory markdown files? Send instantly, swap when ready. Messages sent immediately, showing a processing placeholder for the video. Yeah, that's fine. Charles, I want this community to be better. This community that I am in needs to be better. There needs to be no bug. We are bug-free community. We have bug spray. Meanwhile, yours is all littered with critters. All right, what's the chat saying? Alrighty, I'm back. Real Tracks, you were missed heavily. I noticed. Not offended, there are wrong things in brainstorming vibe code from the Narrows in Zion. Good days. Oceans, haven't seen you in a while. They're trying to log in on mobile. No, I won't do it. I need a dedicated session because I have to go into Cloudflare, and right now I got to make sure that Wit Tag and Tracks and everyone else is entertained. I'm sorry, Mark Miller. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I've let you down. I'll tell you this, by the way, folks. Watershed moment in my own life. Yesterday, I was on my mobile phone, and I said, you know what, let me try this on mobile, because I was, honest appraisal, I was really afraid to try it on mobile because I did not build it for mobile. I built it for desktop, and then I went on and I was able to scroll on mobile and it looked good, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This is actually a nice product. This is really nice. I'm sorry, Mark, I know I'm rubbing salt in your wound, but I was sitting there, I was like, wow, this is actually nice. And then I just started going down my brain. I was like, what if we have, and then it just was like, it was literally like right out of the Matrix, all these features. I'm like, what if we have it where, what was the one feature I was thinking about today? Oh, the one feature I was thinking about today, I'm like, well, you're transcribing every single video and you're storing the transcription somewhere. Why don't you serve up what people want? And maybe it goes to an area where it automatically goes to an area and you vote on what you want. That is a brilliant idea. Brilliant idea. AI content, viral video ideas, and you vote on it. So that could be, yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. That's why we're here. You know, I look at Matt Miller, love the guy, but dude, build out your bug thing. If you're saying anything could get built, build it out. You build out your own community, Discord. Like, yes, but Discord is chaos, in my opinion. It's like I go there and it's like looking at HTML as a cat. I'm like, this is too much. That we need organization here. We need organization. It's just another feed. I don't want another feed, even though I've created a feed. All right, I created. Okay, so that should be good. We have a good way. Is this too difficult? Okay, so that is about send instantly, swap when ready. That keeps them, okay, inline, swap the mech. Are you guys ready for the chat to completely die? Yeah, let's do it. We're soon gonna have to have it, once I'm adding all these videos, we're gonna have to add in, as Aaron said in the DMs, he's like, you dodo bird, you gotta have a production and a development repo. You can't just have production. Yeah, I understand, but we're building right now. We can't move in yet. We're still framing. We're still putting in the electrical. The foundation is just drying. You know, we don't even have a roof yet. All right, the live reorder works for conversations that already have a server rendered row. A DM from someone never messaged before, no existing row, won't fabricate a brand new and it will appear. Yeah. So this is my only caveat. This is my only caveat with Opus in general. Okay, this is my only caveat, and it really truly bothers me because of people like, where is it? Where's that news story that I needed to be? Here we go. This is why we need guardrails. This is why we have red lights. This is why we have speeding tickets. This is why we have, seatbelts. Well, I should say seatbelts because that's obviously good. But the reason we can't have fun anymore is because a 54-year-old Los Angeles screenwriter spent months preparing for a beach date with a woman named Avon, a soulmate conjured entirely by ChatGPT. That's what I'm talking about. That's the 30% I literally just talked about in the beginning of this stream. That's literally what I just talked about. Just give me AI. Listen to this. Just look at these stories. A Canadian man became convinced he built a novel mathematical framework that would change the world. An Ohio father withdrew his family for 6 months pursuing an AI therapy startup that never worked. Okay, so that's different. All the same, this is the only one that a soulmate conjured entirely by ChatGPT. That's the problem. When you release this to the general public, it is the, the Dunning-Kruger effect? This is what it is. We will have a lot of Dunning-Kruger effects. There needs to be guardrails. There needs to be guardrails because of people like this. But the problem is that guardrails on people like me, it should be like, okay, this person passed the guardrail test. He's actually building something. I don't need to ask him to do another feature that actually makes the feature work. That's literally what it just said. It said, I built it, but if it's a new member messaging a new member, it won't work. Do you want me to do that? Yeah, well, obviously, Dodo Bird, that's what I said in the original one. So if it works for everybody but not new messages, then it doesn't work. It's like you turned on the car, but you're still in park. Well, if you just turned on the car, that's actually a good example. That's why you guys follow this. When you turned on the car, you can't drive yet because it was the first time that you turned on the car. You got to put it into drive. Yeah, well, I want to drive. That's my only problem with Claude. The guardrails are up for this Canadian man, or whatever, this Los Angeles man. First of all, if you're a 54-year-old Los Angeles screenwriter, we should just start there. The whole story should just end right there. That's going to be like a 54-year-old New York City vibe coder. This latest troll has boasted he has community projects on Git repo. It's on boasted.com, and they all work on projects together. There's a big collaboration. And he calls it a high IQ place where everybody's really intelligent and everybody gets value. He moved his entire family up to the Hudson Valley. An aspiring triathlete. Oh boy. Dude, I need a conference room, a permanent conference room, so I can just let loose. Nobody can hear me. They stopped the construction above me. I have great Wi-Fi. I got a good background. I got Times Square behind me. I'm right near subways. I can go anywhere in the world. Literally any planes. By the way, I got talking about flying. I was on a group chat this morning, and I said it yesterday. Let's get some more bugs going. I said it yesterday, is that people will stop traveling. People will stop traveling. It is too expensive to get in a plane. The plane is fuel. The car is fuel. The prices is fuel. Hotels, everything is just going to go. People will not travel. They're going to go to free things. They're going to go to state parks, national parks, local parks. They're going to do free stuff. They still need to go outside, hopefully, and they're not stuck inside and dialing up Avon, wherever. I just probably clicked out of it. And Europe is going to suffer. Italy is going to suffer. Spain, Portugal, Germany not so much. France, maybe the UK. Travel is huge in all across the islands around Italy. I'm forgetting it. My brother went there last year. Okay, can you explain the desktop and not mobile again? Yeah, absolutely. Found a great suite. Check DFeed. What is DFeed? Found a great, what is SUTE? All right, YouTube, can you make it easier for me to, what is DFeed? Direct. Oh my gosh, look at that. It takes that long now. This was what I got away from yesterday. Yeah. All right. Let's do some more bugs. What is DFeed? Site feed. Oh my gosh. You're out here trying to, what is this? Am I MI6 trying to decipher the codes? What'd you say in the main feed? All right. The image should come up too, so that's a little buggy. Hola. All right, traps. Are we just trying to score points? This is not. Mark Miller, collaboration, shipped. We got to add value. The hello needs to be in the chat. That needs to be in here. Is this today? Difference between a hard hat and a helmet. This is where it's stuck. All right, let's go to this. Yeah, the website needs to pull in the image. For the embed, the actual image from the website needs to be pulled in. This is very important. Even if it's not well-known websites, we have to pull in the image for that link to the website. What is that called? I was trying to think of it on the fly. Because I remember in Facebook when that came a feature. All right. Is it still too loud? You know what it is? I think I'm too low. I think I'm still too low. Because my mic level is literally peaking. So I gotta change the settings in this camera. And man, yesterday, that video, once I pieced it together, you know what I also have to go back to? I have a promo code for 50% off, but I gotta go back to Riverside. Unfortunately, I have to stream in Riverside because streaming in OBS, saving the file, uploading it to iCharles, having it in code with it, it's easier to put it into Riverside. It renders in Riverside, cuts out all the spaces. I can edit it because oh my gosh. It doesn't have that 1, 2, 3, which maybe in OBS it has that counter. They probably have that as a feature now that I'm thinking about it. I just never looked it up. Done. First ever DMs now appear live. All right. We got to test that out. We also have to see if there's any new members trying to get in. We got to find out if there's any new members trying to get in. I think there was 2 last time I checked. Let's go here. Let's go to moderation. Nope, members right here. We got 3, 4. And we got Dog Ball. Dog Ball. Are these real IP has seen on members? Okay, is Zax. That's the only problem. If you're creating 2 separate accounts, that was created 2 days ago, and it's seen, the IP has seen on other members. 1 existing member. All right, only 1 account. We need ethics and morals and principles. Fix navigation, summary. Both navigation issues. Okay, good. That is very important. Oh, wow. Look at that. I like that. That's kind of nice. That's kind of nice. All right, let's get out of here. Let's move over here. Okay, let's go into requests. Let's look at this. Why is this a thing? Music playable on site. Music to be playable. Discord does it because downloading files is very bad. User experience skepticism. You know the second image. I don't know the second image because we have a reply to you. Wait, wrong section, damn. What? Yeah, feature requests. All right. Mark, this I already have. A habit tracker, it's called Streaks. And it is available just for me right now. Where is it? Personal right here, Streaks. It's Streaks. I might open it up. I actually had a brainstorming session about that, where I open up some of this because people might use the docs. They might, do a video journal, but then that's space on my thing, so I don't want to do that. Streaks is good. Sleep brings in your Aura Ring, which they just came out with a new Aura Ring. Which is very nice. Music, do you see the AI slop website the White House published about aliens? No, but aliens are not real. That really bothers me, that section in Moonshots, when they talk about, well, these extraterrestrials, so they're just, they're from another world, and they just come and go throughout reality, and, they're just on the other side of the dark matter and the wave function collapsing, and Schrodinger's experiment, and the double slit experiment, and spooky action at a distance. It's like you're throwing out these $2 words that mean nothing when connected, and you're still trying to go back to Einstein's equation, which has been debunked, okay? That has been debunked. Okay, you're trying to go back to old old calculations that are not relevant in today. Like physicists today, at least 3-4 years ago, when I was really deep into that and I was buying all the physics books because I didn't even know about physics, and they're clearly debunking Einstein and they need a new equation. And they're like, we're so close. I'm like, you've been saying that for 100 years. Why are we so close now? Maybe AI is going to unlock that. I don't know. I do want to look that up, though. How do you even find out about that? Alien, White House? Aliens, oh my gosh. Is that literally what it's called? Is this real? This is the whitehouse.gov? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. This is not real. That's just like a slap. That's a slap. That's a slap in our face. This is a slap in our face. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? It's just the intellectual stimulation. This is what the 30% that I talked about in the beginning, I'm spitting all over my monitor screen. I gotta clean this like every day. When you speak 33,000 words on a live stream, there's debris. As, who's that comedian? That funny comedian from like, I mimicked him. Oh my gosh, I could see his face. He was up in Boston. He did the oval, oh my gosh, did the oval circle. Not Ron White. He's got two, Dane Cook. Dane Cook, that was a Dane Cook reference. That one special was one of the funniest specials ever to exist for 5 to 7 years. Then you had like, that was the best time of comedy from like 2000, obviously, yeah, like say 1998 to 2010, 11, probably like 2008, 2009. You know, you had that overweight black guy that died who was the funniest guy. The funniest guy. He just said everything. He said everything that people did not. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Oh my gosh. That was, I went to so many comedy shows at that time. I probably went to upwards of 30 to 40 comedy shows. I saw Bill Burr many times. I saw a lot of guys that are not even around anymore, like dead. Man, the roasting was great. Man, I can't believe, this is just embarrassing. This is just embarrassing. Like, as a country, is this really where we're at? What the heck is this? You just went to like, what is this? ICE immigration arrests? What? What? That's on the aliens page? What? Dude, this is embarrassing. Like, the entire city to state to federal government is just, I don't care. I saw in the comments section yesterday, like, if you still identify as a person who votes for a team, that's just embarrassing. You're just you're just so low on the thinking that you'd be like, oh my gosh, they walk among us? Holy cow, yes, government. I know you've never lied to us. For 60 years, the United States government has kept a closely guarded secret. Aliens have been walking among us, living in our neighborhoods and interacting with us in our daily lives. Whoa! They shopped in the same stores? They attended the same classes as our children? Oh, tell me more, I'm getting chills, and live seemingly normal human existences. But, oh, wait. Here's the hook. Now they got you, and then they got to give in a problem so they can serve you the solution. Here's the problem, with one exception. They don't belong here. What do you mean they don't belong here? Aliens have arrived? Oh my gosh, this cannot. Dude, why did you put this in the chat? Oh! I thought you meant like aliens. Oh! All right, I'm done. I'm calling it quits. I'm retiring from vibe coding. I'm retiring from vibe coding. Oh my God. Oh, maybe I'm in the 30% of the AI slop. All right, that shows how much I pay attention to the news. Oh gosh, I can't believe I was just duped. Is that the bike crash of today? I was telling someone about the bike crash. Someone was served a video of a concert, like a full video of a concert. The entire thing was AI. The entire thing was AI. I'm like, that's the biggest problem we have right now. That it's not data centers, it's not robotics. That could be in the future, but not right now. The biggest thing right now is regulation on what's AI. That's the biggest thing. It is not, yes, of course, people are going to fight data centers and there's resources and things behind. I'm not part of that. I have a Mac studio, I'm vibe coding. So other people who are getting laid off, like the 3,000 in San Fran, the 1,400 in Washington State, have an idea. They need an idea. They need to think, even though I didn't just think right then. I thought literally aliens that, like the movie, instead of, oh my gosh. Oh boy. Charles, you gotta get your head examined. That's the thing. Just going back to that last rant. That is the problem. I'm talking to these two people and they are using AI. They're paying for AI to search. They're still using it as a search and like write an email. And I'm like, it is way more than that. And they're like, oh yeah, no, maybe we'll tune into the vibe coding. And then the guy, she's a pretty girl, very pretty girl. The guy turns to her and he goes, what do you do for fun? And I was like, can I just have one intellectually stimulating conversation instead of 2 hours in the morning to strangers on the internet? I feel like that 54-year-old LA scriptwriter, Avon. But she's not even real. He spent 6 months planning a date for a woman who's not even real. Oh my gosh. They made fun of, I don't have the article back, they made fun of a guy who was trying to create an AI therapy. You don't make fun of that guy. That guy's trying to build a business. You don't make fun of that. You make fun of the guy who thinks that this is sentient. And they, again, on Moonshot said the same thing. Well, it's like personhood. I'm walking literally on 7th Avenue between Madison Square Garden, who's behind me, and 35th Street, which is in front of me. And I just literally look up, I'm like, stop. You're smarter than this. You're smarter than this. This is not sentient. This is not conscious. And then the one guy goes, and listen, I love the podcast. Again, it's just that this gripe, this 20% that I just have to accept because 80% give me a view into the world of the tables that I'm never going to be at, thank God, and what's coming so I can make sense of it, so I can navigate the waters. But 10% is them talking about aliens and UFOs, and that's not real. And then the other 10%, which is, well, it's gonna come to a time where it's gonna be a person. It's like, when does it reach consciousness? And then the one guy replied and he's like, well, we don't understand consciousness. Well, if we don't understand dark matter, how do we still call it dark matter? We don't understand it. We don't know what it is. We just have a word for it, consciousness. Okay, so then how can we put a label on something we don't understand? I'm like walking down the street. I'm like, oh gosh, fellas. We understand consciousness to the level that if you look at something, the wave that is in front of us collapses into physical reality. When I don't look at it, it's in chaos. We have experiments. We have thousands of experiments. Anyway, that's my rant. Yeah. I can't believe you said aliens. And I went there and I was literally reading it like it was gonna be produced by Steven Spielberg. All right, for the embed images, all right, that should be good, right? The bug, when a member posts a link, yes. All right, so let's refresh this. Sorry, I was just in another world. It's just wild. It is wild. Just the things that I get in my group text messages, I'm like, this is just not important. Like what you're sending me is not important at all in any realm at all. And I'm just, you know, they got the wife, they got the kids, and it's just we're so in the beginning of the curve, the bell curve. We're so far in the beginning. Just based on people who are literally selling AI and they don't know how to build with AI. They don't know anything about Claude Code, yet there's this like whole subset of people. Why is that even there? Where is my freaking thing? No, those are videos. Hello? Where did I put you? Oh, I put you down here. All right, my bad. All right, I was in a rampage there. I don't know where I just went. Yeah, I think I'm gonna add a third tab up here. It's gonna be the AI tab, and we're gonna be talking about aliens. I was like, why would ICE be involved in this? Yeah, there's like a whole subset of people, like, they'll send me videos and I'm like, man, this is wild. Like, I have 80 years, God willing, 85 years, 90 years on this earth. Where am I gonna put my attention? Where am I gonna put my attention? What community am I surrounding myself with? Who are the people I talk to on a daily basis? What is my way of life? What is my thinking process? And, you know, Jordan Peterson, bless his heart, 7-8 years ago was like a forward thinker, and then he just went totally off the rails. But I went to see him in New York City, and he was controversial, and I posted, I was like, oh, I'm gonna go see him. This was like 2018, 2019. And that was like the beginning of the end, to be honest, or it might have even been after. It might have been only a couple years ago. And it was the beginning of the end because we needed an intellectual stimulation, and he brought it, but he did not go far enough. He just like kept on saying the same stuff. And I remember leaving then, I spent $100 and whatever, maybe $200 to sit up front. And it was so mediocre. I remember thinking then, if I've reached the pinnacle with Jordan Peterson, then what the heck is next? Like, there's no other thought leaders. I went through Sam Harris, Dawkins, Hitchens, went through all those new atheists. Then I go to Jordan. Then I'm like, okay, this is stimulating. I've never heard this before. And then he falls off. At that speech, I was like, this was honestly just a regurgitation of everything. Pretty much like of Joseph Campbell. That was it. Like Joseph Campbell talked about the symbology and, you know, the whole world is a story. And I was like, okay. And I left there and I was like, ugh. Like, I don't know who to turn to. Who's like smart? And at that time, I already stopped listening to Joe Rogan because it just turned into a circus and no one good was coming on. It was either fighters or comics. I was like, I don't know who to listen to. And it was not a good time because I like hit the pinnacle. I went through Tony Robbins, I went through all those, then I go into like the new atheists. Okay, now we're climbing, then we stopped. And I was like, whoa, like who's gonna lead the charge? And then you go to that website. That's why I get frustrated. That website it's like, and then you go back in history and like, I couldn't read a book literally by a priest 100 years ago because every sentence was so dense. It was so dense. For navigation. All right, sorry. I've been ranting. Is anyone still here? Yeah, I heard he's crazy sick, man. I don't want to say anything about that. I don't know. He's got a. Anyway. All right, let's go back into the bugs. Let's build it. Charles talks about how he needs to. All right, so the embed on the main feed should be. Let's go to the top. All right, it reloads. Is an AI agent UI, some sort of IDE, integrated development environment, is a software that provides a relatively comprehensive set of features for software and IDEs tended to enhance. Bridgemind Bridge Voice does not like Cursor. He like exploded at Cursor. And he got literally, I think, 20K of credits. That's not how you would treat a person who just gave you free credits, we'll just say that. Chuck, this guy's streams are peak. What? This guy's streams are peak. Chat can control different operating systems. Is this an AI strike? AI, say that last part again? chat can control different operating systems. Is that what you said also? Yeah. That is, dude, that is, I don't know. It's just, it just shows how stupid we are right now. We're building stupid stuff. We're creating stupid stuff. Uh-oh. Can you put this in the bugs area instead of DMing me, please, please? All right, Trax. I know you get points. We're putting up intellectually. Okay, this is a good one. I want to bookmark this, actually. Who? What? Well, that's a ripoff of the Claude bot, right? We'll do that. Yeah, what do the comments say? Bro, I just realized this is bad ice. I know. Oh, man. Dude, it was like right out of Spielberg. Open console seems sketchy. You can do anything, not required internet. Everyone just tries to destroy the VM over and over again with malware on the VM. What does VM mean? We got to talk in English. At least it's now popping up. So what's the actual bug? What's the actual bug? So these are now popping up. That's good. By the way, I don't know if you know, but this is... Oh, you changed it. It's not Sam Altman on the heli. All right, let's go. Now we're up to 11. 20. In inbox messages, I send messages there on the left side. That is so weird. That is, oh, that was probably fixed. But that should have went out. That was a bug yesterday when I added in Mark Miller's requests. All right, let's go back over here. Let's plug that away. You know what do you know what the name of a hockey player is that skates around really fast, hits everybody into the boards, it just getting concussion after concussion, takes rapid slap shots like the movie Slapshot? Look up the movie Slapshot. Those goons, you know what the name of that word is? It's called a plug. That guy's a plug. Oh, sports names are great. And they also invented the word chirping. Some guy yesterday left it on the left side of me because I was like, oh, I played hockey. And he's like, oh yeah, so chirping? I was like, oh, I vernacular. We speak the same vernacular. All right, banned at the highest level. Okay, verification, flag, not mine. Uncommitted files, thank you for your service. You're gone. If your bug is no longer a bug, then please delete the bug. And by the way, the change log I'm gonna have, because I'm gonna go through the points and I'm gonna see what is the best way to formulate the points. A, not to exploit, like liking your own comment, or posting, oh yeah. But, you know, engagement. What drives engagement? Intellectual stimulation. Okay, articles do, things like that. All right, the bug, when a member posts a link, okay, that's done. All right, now let's load up some chats. Let's hit it. Yeah, I hope his wife converted. You know, I hope he's on the same path. Hope he's on the same path. Let's go to bugs. All right, Mark Miller coming in. I think that was also a bug that someone else put in. Don't know about that bio cannot be saved. Couldn't edit description of profile without getting this message. Bio can only, what are you trying to add in there? Oh, is that true? Don't even know, 32nd place. Is that true, Mark Miller? Did you actually become 32nd in the World Championships for Deer Hunter? Is that Deer Hunter? Buck Hunter? Buck Hunter was so hard. Don't give me a rifle. I was so bad. Holy cow, everyone at the bar was just so much better. You gotta give me what this guy is doing. You gotta tell me what this guy is doing. Let's see how many are in his Discord. I'm not reading all that. Give me a TLDR. Did I just talk like the internet? Oh gosh, Jules. Get off the internet. Let's go. Couldn't edit description or profile without getting this message. I just moved that to working on. Did you put that in twice? No. Huh. That did weird. Yeah, it's incredibly small because your computer is 3 screen sizes big. Okay? This is how it looks on a regular screen. Ready? Watch this. Oh, get out of here. Okay, that's a bug. We need to, if I click away from the image, I can just get out of the image. I'll add that in after. This is the normal size of the screen. This is the normal screen. So you're obviously on I have this monitor at home. It's 3 screens. I can't live stream from there because it literally will show the entire screen. Well, you can show a portion of the screen. Yeah, okay, maybe. I'm sorry, we can't give you credit for that. Too short. Anti-spam when posting only. Your post removed. Too short. Too short, anti-spam. I thought I did this yesterday. Didn't you tell me about this yesterday? About the spam counter? Let's go over there. I gotta put up my videos because it will explain. So the first video was about value. The second video 2 days ago was about thinking. And yesterday was how to brainstorm. And I did a live brainstorm session. It took over an hour and 3 videos. And I thought it was a banger. You know, like if Jordan Peterson, you know, is like an intellectual heavyweight to many people, like, and then you get beyond that, which I did many years ago, and you just don't even listen to Joe Rogan and all those other folks. Because you know how the world works and not how they want to tell you how the world works. You got to get to a point of like, okay, how did they do this? How did they reason? How did St. Thomas Aquinas or any of these heavyweights that wrote Summa Theologica, which was, I think he wrote 2,300 words a day his entire life. And he was back in, it was just, his life is crazy. How did he come to reason and logic? And it is wild. I had to buy a book about the book because the book was too, and once you start to get to a reason and logic place, life becomes fun. Let's actually clip that, put that on Twitter. Yeah, I was thinking about how to get more members, and I'm like, do I want to do like what Andrew Tate did, which was you get 50% back if a member joins with your code, and then they just clip them up and he went viral? I'm like, no, because then you get a bunch of wackadoodles. There's a thing called DPI scaling. What's DPI scaling? I said hola to everyone. This coffee is freezing cold right now. I just froze my tongue. All right, let's go back into the bugs. All right, so what am I building? That's gonna be today's video. Like, what is this? Why would someone join? Why would someone want to be here? And it will hockey stick at one time. Once I implement the content system that I brainstormed yesterday for over an hour and 3 videos, and you're gonna see it, why would someone be a part of iCharles? That's what is essentially the what are you building question that people get, is scaling a site for screens like mine so it auto-adjusts so it looks normal for me. Excuse me, that was inappropriate. DPI scaling is scaling a site for screens like mine so it auto-adjusts so it looks normal for me. Is that what you put into the Claude? Uh-oh. Mayamu, just like my posts. Yeah, maybe I give special points to people who like my posts. True dictator. And I'll come out with a iCharles community /aliens. Well, there was once a time, far long ago, that they live among us. They go to our schools, and they market items that don't work. Okay, that's a bug. I like that. And it's also bad on, I see dark mode. Let's send that over there. Yeah, I have a lot on backlog. One of them is that AI feature that I was talking about, because it goes to Cloudflare. Cloudflare, the video does, goes to Cloudflare. Cloudflare transcribes it, sends it back to us. We write an article, goes over to YouTube, things like that. Okay, perfect. But that transcription is useful now. And I'm like, huh. You can then see who watches what, or not who, but what video is watched for how long. Okay, let's see that. Okay, that video had this transcription. Make another video by this. Is this a good idea? And then the community votes on it. I just thought of that right now. Live brainstorming.
Charles, we don't like that. We actually like playing you in chess and beating you in chess.
I like that loop. Transcription to video analytics, and then into the AI content request or something better like that.
So you know it's not real.
Request so the community can vote on it. Vote on it. This is why we're gonna win right there. That's why we're gonna win. I thought about it. I did it live in the brainstorming where I'm like, if the Bridge Mind is going live for well over 6 months now. So we're coming up on, he's 190. So he's 7 months in, or 6 months in. So if he's that far in and he's flatlining and he's still building the system, I'm like, I don't want to be in that place. He's like the future person of what I don't want to be in present or in the future, where I'm sitting there and I'm like, what did I just build? I have 500 people. So it's like planning for 500 people. Why would 500 people be a part of the community? He's building and he's reiterating the same product, which, you know, we have it on the main screen. Do we think, I'm assuming, like, if 33% are saying that they're toast, like, is you know, happy to log back in. Oh, that's adorable. Somebody liked you. Trax is so kind. He's so kind. I would say this matches an UI where you manage AI agents. Yeah, by the way, I saw a video of someone yesterday and it spun up, it was like 85 agents. I'm like, what does that do on the context? You know, is the output worth it? You know, you spin up 80 agents? Like, I don't know. Because there was that one story that, why is this a thing, put into the chat or the feed. And it was like, you know, once you reach a certain level, you're just potentially hallucinating on a grander scale. You know, 50, say, call it half are doing well, 40 are doing well, and then you have 40 that are just off the rails. And then you have one psychopath that's just like deleting the whole database. And the guy, it was such a sarcastic tweet. That's why I liked the tweet. Because it was like, boy, was that, I just wasted 100,000 or whatever. It was like 3 million tokens, and it added whatever. I got to scroll to it because that was a good tweet. That was a funny tweet. That was a good add to the community. Yeah, that's weird. You're all caught up. It stopped me. Well, that's just a bummer. We need a lazy load. Let's go over here. Marketplace. Remove 3, but build all 3. That is an autocomplete banner system, real hidden VIP channel with 7-day timed access. Yeah, no, we're getting rid of that. We're not building that out right now. We're very focused. We got our blinders on. They got 12, 20 minutes. I'm gonna pop out. I gotta reset. Gotta say, okay, what is the focus? We gotta get the videos in the video section. We gotta get the videos on YouTube. I need an AI assistant to just send it to YouTube. And by the way, I need a prompt for the new thumbnail when I talk about AI news Q&A with vibe coding in third place. That's got to be, I got to be honest, this vidIQ, they had some good, what about that? One of these? The third one? I'm thinking of this one. The issue is I reiterated this one and then it deleted my original, which is a bad user experience. It asked for more credits, so I had 2 examples and then it deleted the first one. Once I logged back into this main page, I'm like, that's not a good user experience right there. This one, maybe? AI news and Q&A. I don't have the time to continuously, I was thinking also of building something, or when the video renders, I take the transcript, I put it into, yeah, that's a good idea. I put it into AI once, and then I have a prompt that goes into, and I change it out like the next day. Because what YouTube does is, once you're done live, it renders properly, it takes your transcript, it feeds it through their algorithm, and then 24 hours at least, minimum, 24 to 48 hours later, it then starts serving it to the right audience. So there's a time gap that I have to fix the title, fix the thumbnail, fix the description. I see that Matt Miller is actually doing that. He has a description after the video is made. And it's clearly AI, but the first 200 characters on a video in the description of a YouTube video need to have long and short-term keywords. Very important. All right. Once we fix all the bugs, later today I'll go back through and, by the way, if anyone wants to question it, here we go. The default is 4.8. I'm using that. And it's on high. There's too many skeptics out there. You know, he's got a bigger audience, so I just hear him just regurgitating what the chat is saying, and there's just people that are just, they have an Avon girlfriend, 54-year-old LA playwright, you know, creating his girlfriend to go on a beach date. Dude, what? Talk about getting dirt on people. NSA doesn't have to work hard on that one. What are people saying in the chats to your AI? Someone admitted on the podcast, they're like, I want to keep my chats private. I'm like, what are you saying then? It's on someone else's server. Someone else's, and it's connected to your name. You can't lie about that. They have your IP, they have your location, they have your chats, they have what you said and what AI said. It's just, are we thinking? Is anyone thinking? All right, what's the likes? What are the likes? Nerd voice. Yeah, we need a lot of nerd voices today. I'm going hard in the paint. Talking about the paint, when's the Knicks game? Check DMs. They look so bad. All right, gosh. Talk about raining on a beautiful parade I had. I thought they were fine. Let's see what Anna says. Anna says, Anna didn't say anything. Why are you telling me that Anna said something? Bad user experience. Those are so corny. What? Then send me a good one. Send me a good one. Send me a viral good thumbnail. Because, like, it's colorful, it stands out. This is what your eyeballs do, by the way. If you want to know human nature, I know you listen to Jordan Peterson. We're taking a step in the right direction. See, Anna says something, but she's not saying anything. Bad user experience. Return. I want a refund. Your eye goes to the thumbnail, then your eye goes to the title, and then your eye goes back up to the thumbnail to see if you're gonna click. That's what happens. So the title is not anywhere near as important as 66% of the time it's the thumbnail and not the title. I'm gonna try this. Oh, that was a song? Mark Miller? I downloaded it. I didn't. Let's see. Let's see. Mark Miller sent Nerd Voice. I don't know if I could play it. Oh, I got it. Well, I don't want to go into my trash now. I couldn't play it. It didn't play. It was weird. I downloaded it. Let's see. Nope. All right. Where is this? Oh, they don't have the downloads. All right, whatever. Let's go. Let's clear this out. Videos in the DM's not playing. Okay, so that's a bug. Yeah, that's a healthy. Yeah, and the icons all stopped working. It's crazy. That's why, once you get to 500 paying customers, your site has to work 100% of the time. We're in the age of 100% of the time. That's why I need to get it to a point where there's a plain video library. There are good moderation, good security, good on mobile. Obviously, there's always going to be bugs, always. There's no site that's never not having small little bugs here and there. Maybe it's a one-time bug, maybe it's a full-time bug, maybe it's a part-time bug, maybe it's a bug that's an independent contractor. It only lives for Safari or Brave browser. Like some of these, I can't replicate the bugs. Like the bug will come in and I'm like, I don't see what you're seeing. Like the messages, Track sent that in. My messages look good. I fixed that bug because it didn't look good. But he might have Mozilla. What are you nuts? Mozilla's unsafe, you dodo bird. I gotta find out a better word. The website, how did you even navigate to that? This website exists, but a market, we'll put that in the marketplace chat, which is right over here. We'll put that as a queue up. That's a perfect context window. Some privacy settings, yes, this is big. Yeah, I saw that yesterday. And then I just got overloaded with bugs, and I just want to create content. Maybe my son, who's not born yet, is going to be handling the chat. I was using Insta360 camera software, and there's so many bugs between the... Yeah, I returned mine. I'm returning mine. I did return mine. It was like the videos they put on YouTube on how good it is and what you download to your computer and look at is false advertising. And by the way, I had to fill out a form and then pay for, I think I had to pay for the return shipping, and it took 2.5 weeks to get to me because it's coming out of China. It has to go through customs. Well, I don't know if we're a sanctuary city, but they're taking away customs at JFK Airport. Yeah. It was so bad in low light. It was almost embarrassing that I was even using it. I went through every settings. And then I did my Osmo. My Osmo was great. My iPhone was great. And I'm like, the low light sucks. That's the only time I'm gonna use that word. It sucks. The camera was terrible. The quality was terrible. Like, yeah, what if I'm skiing on top of a mountain, it's bright and sunny? Yeah, of course it's gonna look amazing. But what if I'm like, it's a cloudy day out and I'm in my backyard and I'm playing with my dog? I don't like Insta360. I like DJI. I like DJI. I know we should support other cameras, but what's an American-made camera? None. There's none. Canon, Sony, and then you have drones and everything. America is just putting out alien websites. Out to lunch. Every single person in DC is out to lunch for the people. They know what they're doing, and fantastic. You're getting your paychecks, you're understanding, you're Nancy Pelosi, you're Mitch McConnell, and I'm getting rich, I feel powerful, and people just keep on, You're gonna answer that. You're gonna answer that. You got your houses, Bernie. You got your houses. Dude, that's 2011. Once that video drops, it tells you, I was like, wait a minute. Every single newspaper, 11 newspapers, Washington Post, LA Times, New York Post, New York Times, Wall Street Journal, Financial Times, all of them talking about the same story. This is like all the editors just happen to put the same story on the front cover. This was 2011. I dropped everything. I've never had cable since. I'm like, I need to undoctrinate myself and learn how to think. That's really what it came down to. All right. DMs, try the DM again. Try the DM again. And try all the items in the DMs, because yesterday it was frustrating because I added in Mark Miller's feature and it broke everything. It just, the formatting, the icons, it was just like, bro, how do we do this? Are we like, I understand that was at 4.7 but 4.5 was a benchmark. 4.5 was only a couple of months ago, and all right, Charles, you're saying the same thing. Check the DMs. All right, we'll check the GMs. I'm also thinking, what, want to play Evil Glitch? No, I don't want to play with Evil Glitch. What is this? Hold on. What is this? Urium doesn't have the song? No, it does. It does. Okay. I gotta find out what this is. What is this? Do you just invite me to a call? What is Evil Glitch? Okay. Let's get out of here. Yeah, this is obviously a call, but that's weird. Why would it ask for my camera? And by the way, why is evil even on this website? We don't dabble in that. We don't dabble. Let's see what the video. That took too long. Oh, wow. Yeah, the video, and it's not playing. Bug! Bug! Dude, people in the other room are just like, this guy needs to get out of this office. I just want to make sure this goes into, all right. Make sure that this was fixed. And also, I want to, oh man, I have once. What was that thought? What was that thought? Video, pictures, songs. No, it was sent and I downloaded it. You want me to try it again, Mr. Miller? Let's try it again. And Timothy Washington. He sounds like okay, no scenes, score 0. Zax, is Zax in the chat? Is Jade in the chat? Because Jade says it is a privacy email, okay, Proton, so that could be an alias. One existing member, so that's, and Dogball should have gotten flagged. All right, let's go to chats. Mark Miller. Where's the nerd voice? Oh, the nerd voice might have showed up. That's the nerd voice? Do you hear that? I'll pause this.
Whenever you talk to women, he's the nerd voice. He's the nerd voice. He's a nerd voice. So you talking to the ladies, I gotta hear nerd voice.
You hear this?
Nerd voice, nerd voice, nerd voice, nerd voice, nerd voice, nerd voice. You gotta use a nerd voice. Whenever you talk to women, he's a nerd voice. He's the nerd voice. He's a nerd voice. So you talking to the ladies, I gotta hear nerd voice. Nerd voice, nerd voice, nerd voice, nerd voice, nerd voice, nerd voice, voice, nerd voice.
Dude, that's funny. That's funny. That's funny. Did you talk about AI slop? Did you actually think of that? Did you actually write that? That's funny. That's funny. Oh my gosh. All right. Yes. Let's see what else. What else in the admin area do I need to? Let's go to members, new members, because that one Washington guy looks like he's good. Analytics, I don't care about. Members, yes, I already put that. Messages, emails, yeah, we'll look at emails and security. All right, those are the only three. Though I do get Discord. Has anything happened in Discord? Okay. Hi, I hope you're doing well. I just want to say how smart you were not getting married young. The world is a cruel place. That was a WhatsApp. I'm telling you right now, folks. I'm telling you right now. What was that? This is a woman. I'm gonna screenshot and zoom in. What? Can you click on it and preview it? I think I know who this is. That number. I think we need a timeout. I think we need a timeout. I actually know who that is. Wow. Wow. That was crazy, dude. That was crazy. That was crazy. Am I still muted? Nope. It should be working. Okay. We got to recover from that. Oh my gosh. Yes, this is the iCharles community. Yeah, you know what we're gonna do? You guys are gonna have to, in the chat, you know what? There we go. In the chat, this is what we're gonna do. In the chat here, what is the best way to repo Botenston.com as a group project? I literally need, like I am a kindergartner, like I am in 5th grade. There we go. All right, go into chat, and we need to repo Botenston.com. That's our group project. Mark Miller, you got your feature request, and it's a good one. I like that. Personally, I think it is, you have a showcase of websites which we've built. You have a CRM for real estate. That's it. All right, this is what we go. You go to GitHub organization, then invite us into the organization. Then you can select repositories, which you can see edit. You have to supervise each repository as an admin. And then it's private, I'm assuming, right? This is what it's gonna be. This is what it's gonna be. We are going to build different websites for people that are in need of, what do I do now that I am fired from Meta? And it's like a real estate CRM with a website for a real estate agent. A Mexican restaurant where you have a menu, you can have online orders, you can have things like that. Then a third one. So these are all showcasing. Then a third one is having email management like MailChimp. A fourth one is having a blog website like Squarespace. Having a to-do list like Monday.com. I think that's the best way to do it. You just, like, people go there, and at the top they say there's a search bar and then there's an AI bar. So it's like, kind of like what it is right now. So if you go to Botenston.com right now, you have this. Obviously, I haven't seen this in a while, but I have an idea. I need inspiration. And then you have a showcase, which deleted out of nowhere. I don't know why. And you have a showcase right here of examples. They click on it. It opens into a new browser, a good slug. So it gets pulled in by AEO and SEO. A good slug, your own Mexican restaurant website. And then it's a full-blown, with admin area and front end, for someone. And then we'll start there. Okay? We'll start there. We'll start there. Because people need ideas. They're like, okay, that looks interesting. Maybe I'll be a designer. Maybe I'm the data architect. Maybe I'm the security guy on it. Maybe I'm the database guy. Maybe I'm the front-end developer. And then you sign a kind of like group project, collaborate. And I don't know what this goes to. I have no idea. But that's what brainstorming is. Brainstorming is being unemotional to the outcome, seeing the problem. The problem is we're not collaborating, and we have a vision of what it's supposed to be. This is Elon Musk, okay? One good thing is today, this is why I want to do more video content, because this is wrapped in a vibe coding 3-hour live stream. But they said something very interesting. Is the future Steve Jobs, where you build in private and you have a banger, crazy, we're launching something new product? Or is it Elon Musk, we're sending people to Venus and we need the best talent? And they all agreed the future is literally spelling it out so they can bring in talent, which ironically enough is the opposite story of, by the way, so is that the article you sent? Where is it? Oh yeah, by the way, this is so funny. There's fears that Google will not send you traffic from Google anymore. Okay, what did the horse trainers do when the car was invented by Ford? Did they be like, no, stop? It's like, if that happens, then it happens. It's like you have to adjust. This entire year is pivoting. It's just seeing you're literally light on the feet. You're a butterfly. You're just, Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, Rumble in the Jungle. Your arms are down. You're just like, ooh, missing. That's all you're doing. This is crazy. As I say, he is the visionary. There's a talent exodus. Very interesting. Very interesting. Right before they IPO, you have a talent exodus. That I don't know what that is. That's weird. The way that I look at it, allegedly, not my opinion. It is my opinion. Allegedly. They don't like the direction in which Elon is going. That's the way that I see it. And obviously there's revenue tied to this, but why would you leave a company that you have shares in right before it IPOs? That's not normal. You have Sequoia getting involved right before Anthropic goes public because the big boys, they want to get their paycheck. This is a company, Goldman is handling it or JP is handling it. I want to get my check. I'm in the end zone. Thanks for the check. I know you don't need the money, but you gotta make sure. Every pocket needs to be aligned. That's very interesting, to be honest. When I read that headline, a guy that brought in like the top talent and now accelerating drain of top talent, that's very interesting to me. Very interesting. But you also have a 300% surge in losses. That's why you need to IPO. That's why you need to. That's what the community is about. The community is not reading this and be like, oh, okay, thanks for the AI slop. It's like, let's make sense of this. How do you fast track an IPO in a month? That's, you know someone in the SEC or somewhere to do this. And then you have an exodus of people right before an IPO where you're about to get a rainfall of money from your shares. You're finally getting the investment back that you put in all this time. And then you have a surge of losses, which means they made that IPO really quickly. Very interesting. And then Anthropic only does a 6-month deal with SpaceX or XAI, whatever you want to call it. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot to make sense of. That's why this year, you can't be going to trivia nights like I did last night, listening to these two people that are brilliant, very smart, very good schools, making a lot of money, you know, roughly the same age, and then not be worried about your job. And you're in AI and you just came from San Francisco. It's like solopreneurship, entrepreneurship is the future, and you have to use AI. You can't be against AI or else you're done by the robots, and you can't be just doing AI slop because then you're going to be in UBI, Universal Basic Income. You have to be part of the 30%, and in the 30%, you'll have 15% at mega corporations or mid-tier corporations, and then small businesses. And small businesses is going to skyrocket, and that's what Botenston.com is going to be about. Botenston.com is going to be about, what do I do with my life now? I'm a dad who had an AI therapy business like we talked about before that failed. Okay, what do I do? Well, join iCharles, collaborators, and that's what this is going to be about. I like this background, by the way. Why is this a thing? I like the background. Obviously, this could be much better. It's a good start. You can't be like, okay, we're building a rocket. It's like Elon Musk, who told Jeff Bezos yesterday when New Glenn exploded on ignition. Did you see that video? That was a big explosion. Go check that out. And then Elon was like, building rockets is hard. He said something sarcastic like that. Yeah, it's like building a business is hard, but if you have an MVP, you test the MVP, minimal viable product, you test that, the market responds, like BridgeMind, Bridge Voice, you run with it. And now he's making, you know, what is he making? He's making almost 20K a month. Good on that man. Good on that man. He's getting hate all over the place. There's things that I disagree with, but it's pivoting in blinders and showing up in consistency. And it's content. I know he says he's not a content creator. I don't know why. I build maps, but I'm not a map maker. Oh boy. All right, let's go to the chat. What are you guys saying? Real tracks, it's not. But if you go back a few seconds, it plays. It's not. Okay, refresh or is a bug. It's in the articles. I made the article about Opus, but you have to approve it. It's not approved yet. You pivot. Exactly, Mark Miller. You pivot. I still cannot believe that text message I got. Okay, Evil Glitch gameplay is a live community call room on iCharles, not a member. What it is, it's a call room found in there. Okay, so I don't understand it. I know I've calls, so it's a live drop-in call room that tracks as spun up, presumably do some gameplay sessions currently empty. Want me to check the live kit room state? That should be working because I already gave in the API. What I was thinking, because Mark Miller put it in, is I want to test out. All right, so this is the new schedule. Let's just bring it up. I don't want to bring up my business plan, but we'll do this. We'll copy this. This is the new schedule. All right. Let's put it into a new. I need to own my own docs. I don't want to be using Google anymore. I'm done. I don't want to pay for you anymore. But I have to move Botenston to somewhere. That's my issue, is Botenston is right now in purgatory with Google, and I'm paying them for business. And if you're not a real estate business, then even though I just got a text message about real estate business. All right, so this is the new schedule. I don't know why it's not formatted properly, but whatever. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So news and Q&A Monday, Wednesday, Friday with vibe coding. Pure vibe coding, where I build out features. Pure vibe coding. Obviously, there will be some news, but not really. That'll be pure vibe coding and rants. Then afterwards, I'm going to shoot a pivot. This is for YouTube. Then a whiteboard just available for the iCharles members. And the whiteboards are absolute bangers. We go deep into everything. That's too spicy for YouTube. Even YouTube members, that's way too spicy. The pivot, I shoot for Friday because it takes 48 hours for YouTube to know what audience it is. Then I go to the YouTube Plus live stream. I gotta have content in there because people will join the members area. Like Alex Finn has a members area, and then he has a YouTube members area. And right now, I don't know if he has any content, but people are like, okay, I'll support you because of what you're doing. So I was like, well, I kind of need to support a family that I don't have. Then on Thursday, I'm gonna do the brainstorm session. So the Whiteboard Friday, that's taking one area of life and saying, okay, this is what this thing is. So I went over value and I went over thinking. Those are two massive, you could have part twos and everything like that. Then brainstorming is me taking a problem and seeing, okay, how do I pivot to the solution, and doing a live brainstorming session. Yesterday was really intense. It was thinking about what is my schedule, what is my value. That's gonna be available to iCharles members. Shoot a pivot for Monday, and then iCharles live stream. So we have the live stream. This is a very interesting concept because if I can go live streaming in iCharles for the iCharles, I think that changes everything. And I know I can because I did, but that needs to be tested, and that needs to be tested when I'm not doing YouTube because it breaks the camera, the microphone, all of it. And we need to have the chat available so people can be like, this is not working, this is not working, this is not working, things like that. But I think that's good. I think that's a good schedule because otherwise, Mark Miller said, hey, listen, can we just do a Q&A? So that would be a Q&A, but it's not like answering questions. Why am I saying this now? I am taking Matt Miller's problem of hundreds of people watching you, hundreds of members, and he's like, how do I pivot? I don't want to come to hundreds of members are watching, or hundreds of people are watching hundreds of members, and then pivot then. So I was like, okay, I need to have iCharles rock solid. There will still be bugs, but rock solid. I can't vibe code and break it 5 days a week because then it's frustrating. Videos break. And then there needs to be value. That's videos. And articles, so I'm found by AEO, SEO while it lasts. If YouTube wants to go away from that, then, Google wants to go to, what they said here, 01, or whatever the heck it is. Google 0. By the way, Japan, dude, let's all say a prayer for Japan, man. It is on the brinks from like the warriors, the samurai. They have such a history. They have a history with the United States, and if that was real. And they have a human population. They have a inflation. They have an invention. They have a business. They have a lot for their people to be, talking about. It is very interesting. Ayo, what's going on? Hope you're making the progress you're looking for. Thank you very much. I appreciate those kind words. Minecraft. I have never played Minecraft and I have no idea what it is. Is it that jumping game that I see? Is that jumping game? By the way, this is such an embarrassing headline. Such an embarrassing headline. Look at this last line. Like, how much did Apple pay? Obviously, these are all, Mac, Apple, just whatever they put out. But look at this.
We're gonna have an AI chatbot capable of competing with ChatGPT.
Does one person actually take that in and be like, I agree with that? Should that be tomorrow's poll? Oh man, that would be a waste of a poll. Yeah, it's a game about blocks. It looks hard. It looks hard. It looks like it's addicting. It looks like it's a good thing to capture people's attention while something below it is playing. When I had TikTok for a month before I deleted it permanently, will never download it again because of the just absolute maniacs that were DMing me when videos were going 100,000 views, and I was whoa. Talking about the 30% there. That's a way bigger percentage once you go on TikTok. It's like everybody. Anyway, this is just embarrassing. They, like at their developers conference, they're talking about their redesign. Dude, you literally have the market share on cell phones. And Steve Jobs softballed the best AI company at the time to you $200 million, defended it on stage when he was getting questioned by the two people. Why would you buy Siri? Well, the future is clearly AI. And then, obviously they care about stock price. Tim Cook comes in, stock price goes through the roof, and they develop this. And everything else is a reiteration of a past one. It's like Hollywood bringing back the exact same movies, and it's a different cast, and it's the same storyline. Nobody wants to see that. We want to see original stuff. This was served up on a dinner plate, and Apple they could have been in this group. They have the capital, they have the intellect, they have the software, they have the hardware, they have all of the information. They have the servers because they have whatever it's called that I don't use, where you back it up in the cloud. They have iCloud. They're one of the first ones to have iCloud or cloud computing for cell phones, backing it up. And it's embarrassing. You're going to a developers conference and you're talking about Siri trying to compete. I'm sorry. We'll close that. In other news, we'll end it on the news. You're right. They use it shorts as a lot. Yeah, I listened to. I'll just go on this rant. I listened to a call-in show where first dates would call in. This is when I had it for like a month, and I was obsessed with this. I would hold it down for 2x. It was a dating it was a radio show that people would call in and they would say, this guy did not call me back. Call him and find out why he didn't call me back. It was like first dates, and they wanted a second date, but the date didn't want to go on a second date. I don't know if I just explained it properly or not. Dude, the story from the person who went on the date, and then the radio show would call them, the girl would not be talking, and the girl would say how the date went, and then they would call the guy, and then the guy would tell what actually happened, put it into context, and you go, oh wow. People are so subjectively blinded to reality. I just heard two different things. What she experienced on the exact same date that he went on. And I was like, oh my gosh. Those people live among us, by the way. Going back to the aliens, they live among us. These people who are so blind to reality of what happened in the stories they told. One girl's like, I don't know why he didn't call me back. He came to my place and we played Truth or Dare, and then they call the guy and she's silent in the background. And the guy goes, we went back to her place and we played Truth or Dare, and then the mom walks in and then she played with us. And the girl jumps in, she's like, yeah, that's normal. And what? What? They live among us. They live among us. Truth or dare with your mom in your first date? What? Who? Yeah. All right, Trax just DM'd. He said enough of this. Let's see what the chat says, by the way, before we leave. All right, let's go over here. Charles, you may want to check your DMs. I sent you a phone call. Yeah, it's private. It's an organization. You set it to private. And repositories supervised can be done by Claude, so it can review each. Can be done by Claude. This is easy. All you have to do is install it on your Mac, connect it to your Git profile. That's literally all doable by cloud and almost minimal user input. So the question is, if you're all working on the same repo, how you're essentially then merging it to main, if I'm saying the right words. How is it like forked, or you're just all merging it to main and making sure that it's not broken? I'll do that. I just don't want to be charged money because it's my Git. It was like action items I think I was getting charged months ago, and I was like, screw this, I'm just gonna do it all on my own. No, you have to approve every... Oh, okay, so if I have to approve it, so then it's also connected to Vercel, which is on this floor. I've said that many times. They walk among us. They walk among us. Oh my gosh. Oh, real tracks. Or why is this thing? Why'd you send that to me? Dark mode issues. All right, we'll end it on a positive note. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what that's about. Community rooms. All right, so that's the new schedule. We need a new, okay, let's send that out because that was also a bug. And we'll check your DMs, real tracks. I know you like to DM. And say, I want to, invited you to a call where I start streaming Evil Glitch. The game is hosted. It doesn't work. We want to look into that. Yeah. Who are you playing with? What is the game about? That's interesting. The ultimate cosmic hub for enthusiasts to track extraterrestrial phenomena, discuss theories. Does anyone ever go any philosophical on this? Or are they all just like, they can go interdimensionally? I can never say that word right. And we just believe that? And we just believe they've been here? They've been here with us? You know? Does anyone else like go to the, okay, I gotta fix this. This is a bug right here. You can't scroll past. That's a weird one. That is a weird one. That is a weird bug. All right, let's go over here. Let's go over there. At the bottom of the feed, it needs to be a lazy load that as I'm getting toward the bottom of the feed, that more continuously gets loaded. Not all of it, but it's just a slow progression. Maybe, you know, I'll leave it up to you on what percent, maybe 10% more or 20% more as I load. I should never meet the bottom of the feed. That is impossible right now because we got so much activity. Have a good weekend. Thank you, Mark. Has anyone ever told you that you have a pleasant voice? Anyway, I was just scrolling by. Interesting news. Wish you luck on the journey. Thank you. Look at this guy. Comes in, just drops compliments. Yeah, I did that. I got that 2 weeks ago from a girl that said that at work. And then I like, well, I won't say anymore, but it was like, this is like HR issues. I was like, no, we're not going down that route. We are not going down that road. I love the way that your voice sounds. I could just listen to you forever. I was like, that's something we just don't say. It was good to meet you though. And if you ever want to visit, then I'm at this location. No, we're not picking up what you're putting down. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but I'm going for different qualities within the woman I'm gonna marry. You're beautiful and yeah. Which surface is the video not playing on? Holy cow, did I not? Okay, that's the messages. Let's go here. Let's go here and get that. I could have just written it out, but let's be specific. Let's be specific. All right, so you're saying the game doesn't play? We'll try one pass at it. We'll try one pass at it because you've been a quality member for over 50 days. But weirdly, I gotta be honest, I haven't even been in the community for 50 days. So I don't know how you did that. That's an amazing thing. It just like popped up in my Discord and they said, this guy's been a member for 50 days. Get the game up and running. That's the one pass you get. That's the one pass you get. Have a good weekend. Mobile's down. Yes. We've got a, well, I won't show you the notepad, but mobile pass. I have to go to Cloudflare. Mobile pass. By the way, someone mentioned it in the feature request area, and it was a very good feature request. I didn't think I would reach there, but the slide down and it refreshes, it might have, against my will, already been implemented in a good way. In a good way. Mobile pass, Mark Miller. All right, my friends, am going to, let's go over here. All right, so the messenger is still going over. Yes, we will make sure that I was a member for 50 days. Trust, I've been working 2 days in one. I know, it's incredible. It is incredible. The admin of the website, the Chuck Botenston. What do I have? I'm not even at 40. Oh man, what colors did they pick? Oh, it's beautiful. I went through a pink era. It was like a colorful, I went through this era. This is the best way to say it. I would buy that color, I'd buy that color, I'd buy that color. It was like I went through a colorful era. I went through, I went through the green area. Like these are the colors I went through. How the heck do you have 57? What? How do you have 5,700 points? How do you have 57? We got to do a whole thing into points. We got to do a whole thing into points. Why is this a thing? We gotta. I did put your VPN in there too, again, to verify it. So that's still probably broken. That I have to go into Cloudflare as well. Points, the levels, names, and the colors. And we might hit on shop. This is what I mean. Okay, so how many points should you have? Oh. Okay. Got it. Got it. Look at Dario. Dude, he is going to be, look at these people that invested in him. They are now worth, off paper, you could say on paper, but it's not IPO'd yet, on paper, more than OpenAI. And OpenAI has probably, what is the difference in funding? Someone tell me the difference in funding that they've received between those two companies. And the problem is OpenAI is like, they were talking about it, a phone. It's like, that was like me when I was adding this community. I just was like, we need live calls, we need live streaming, we need messages, we need chat, it's like, you gotta tighten it up, tighten it up. You gotta tighten it up. Yeah, that's bad font right there. No videos. Let's open up a chat. Bad. videos on the right. And by the way, I do have videos that should be showing. That should be showing. On the right component, or the right menu, there's a component called videos. There are videos and they should be populating. Look into this and make sure that the entire right menu matches the main feed menu as well. We'll probably change it at one time. Like the right, and also it should scroll. It should scroll, yeah. You have to scroll, fix the scroll. Also fix the scroll where as I scroll, the right menu scrolls as well until the right menu reaches the bottom, then stops. The middle continues to scroll. When I scroll up, the menu on the right scrolls up until it reaches the top. So that was fixed on the main feed. That was fixed on the main feed. All right. Suspicious going on with the 8,000 points. Suspicious going on with, who's got 8,000 points? Yeah, we'll claw it back. We'll look it up. Don't worry about it. We'll get real tracks right back into it. AI is very good at mapping out what happens in the background. It is suspiciously good, to be honest. Literally everything is documented. Everything is documented. It is amazing, to be honest. I could be like, okay, someone just got 1,000 points. How did that person get 1,000 points? And they'll just go, I was like, wow. I'm like, fix it. Fixed. I go, wow. Like, that is very impressive. It's very impressive how they've decided to build. Because I think what happened was people were not able to go back. Something bad happened, like OpenClaw broke their, you heard all those things about OpenClaw going through emails, and those people need to get their head examined to give OpenClaw your emails. What are you, nuts? What are you, nuts? Anyway, you can't send the images in DMs. Fix images in DMs. All right. That is the last thing we'll do. We'll have these things land. Because your boy has literally, I had this much breakfast. Like, I didn't have zero. I didn't have goose egg. But it was this much. It was like a crappy croissant that was tiny, that had like apple something inside. And that's all they had at the office. And I'm like, this sucks. I don't have any food. I need to go live streaming. I need to have energy. My brain needs to function. My coffee's cold. I haven't drank any water. I gotta entertain my people. Uh-oh, Discord just pinged me. A member used too many points in an hour. Points abuse. See, it should say, member burned. Did you, girl, what did you do? What did you do? Doesn't actually say their name, which needs to be investigated. It said 1,000. I don't see that. All right. Wow, I cannot believe that thing. All right, I gotta start going on dates. I gotta harden the iCharles so it doesn't break. I gotta stop going live and vibe coding and breaking it. We got to see, let's see, is this the newest ones? All right, let's see the feed before we go. All right, Real Tracks, send that to me in a DM. I gotta be honest, that's not feed-based. Happy to back Shades. I was about to delete this fella. I was about to delete him. There's a lot of members. Real Tracks had a great idea. Oh yeah. Hold on, was that an actual repost? Or did you just put that back in? Dude, this is crazy. I love this. James and I would get along perfectly. You know, I'm going sober soon, probably Monday or Tuesday, and I'm just gonna lock in on this and just kick alcohol out. If you wanna go on a date, it's sobriety only, or mocktails. Opus 4.8 just refactored my entire code base. 2 hours, by the way, 100 million tokens burned, complete architecture reset. None of it worked, but boy, was it beautiful. Whether it's real or not, to do 176 lines of code that is wild. That is wild. Cough, cough, checks his leaderboard. Cough, cough, check his. Uh-oh. Are we having a real tracks as well? Uh-oh. Yeah, the idea is to have integrity, fellas. The idea is not to be like, let's exploit him. Why? Because in the future, we're actually going to give away potential money or stuff, maybe half off. Well, you guys are free, but there's like something towards this, and we don't want like, this isn't Canada where people are telling on each other. All right, this is America. We have dignity in America. Oh man, dude, I crack myself up sometimes. Yeah, we're not exploiting the Botenston, okay? We're not exploiting the Botenston. The value that I give and like, yeah, let's exploit the Botenston. Let's get him in his Bavarian ancestry. All right, before we leave, 2024 prompt vibe code. Dude, I just laugh at memes. Like, look at this. A beanbag, master of AI agents. That's actually pretty funny, dude. That is funny. That is funny. I'm gonna steal that. That's funny. I'm not gonna give you any. Claude Code is insane. I know literally nothing about coding, zero, and I just built 3 function apps. Oh man, dude, that's funny. Bro, just logging in. Why is this taking so long? Are you putting that in quotes, or are you actually saying, why is this taking so long? Is that part of it? Okay, that's part of the meme. I'm sorry, fellas. I don't go to that parts of the internet. I'm not on the X. I'm not on the Reddits. I'm not in the memes. So when you post it here, it's brand new. You're gonna get a genuine laugh every single time. I'm also gonna take this away for now, until the company, or until the website gets big enough. That should be a color, by the way. I don't know why that. And also, this is gonna get refractored as well. It's gonna be much better. This is gonna get refractored. I'll probably break all this, you know. But yeah, like these guys, they joined, but I don't even know if that's real, actually. That might not be real. I don't think that's real. That might have been a fake person that might have been created by AI. Obviously, that's fake. We're getting rid of that. But this page, what I want it to be is at the top or on the right side, actually probably at the top, you have the leaderboard, and then you have how to, like my points should be a toggle at the top. And then, like there's even glitches over here. Like when I go over Aaron, that goes over there. It stays there. The scroll doesn't work. Yeah, we're definitely gonna go over here. Look at this, where are you? Real Tracks is at 17 days. Claiming 50. Claiming 50. Aaron's above you. Black Goku is above you. Well, Muhammad's up to 16. Should we look into Mark Miller? 4 days. All right. There we go. Real Tracks, definitely doing something suspicious, including the feed, aren't you, buddy? I'm going to have to 0 points anyway in about 600 points. Yeah, why is this thing? Don't exploit Charles' server. I would never exploit 9,000 points, even though I once exploited 182,000 points. Yeah, you wouldn't have been like day 7. No, it was day 10. You're like, I used to hack into the government, now I'm good. And then you hack into this lone fella. He's not even a shark, he's a minnow. This lone minnow, and he's just like, yeah, 182,000. And it's just like coming up on screen. I now have 182, and I'm like, holy cow, I'm just trying to build out the videos page. I'm just trying to build out the chat. I have 182,000. Then the security went. Then I was like, okay, I got to take this serious. Who is the internet? The internet is people that I permanently deleted TikTok for. You know, everyday grind has. That's it. Yeah. 500 points today. Sure, buddy. Where is it? Today? 505. It's got to be value. We're gonna have a timeout button, a 30-minute timeout button, and like this is fine. That's fine. The hola, no. We're only adding in funny stuff. Like obviously, you gotta appreciate the people when we ship stuff. Was that the one that you sent below? That has to be one of the better memes that I've seen in a while. That has to be one of the. That is literally what Moonshot's podcast talks about. They're like, I can't wait till it's sentient. I can't believe it's not conscious yet. When do we call it conscious yet? I think it already is conscious. And you're like, it can't collapse the wave function. It can't turn chaos into order by looking at it. We're conscious, that's not conscious. It will never be conscious. It is not human. One of the guys, I think, believes in reincarnation, which, you know. Anyway, let's not go into that. I am out. I got a lot to do. I also have a text message I got to reply to, which was weird. From someone I haven't talked to in 20 years. That it's good that you waited. Maybe I waited too long. Now vibe coding on a Friday, how many hours? You know? Maybe I waited too long. How many hours have I been going? 2 hours. I'm going up to 3 hours. No, I'm not going up to 3 hours because I got to pop out. I got to get some food in me. I haven't eaten all day. I also need to move. I got to get up. You know, I can't be sitting down in vibe coding. I can't. I need a standing desk. I need a whiteboard. You know, there's a whiteboard just staring at me right there. That whiteboard is just staring at me. That thing is ready to be crushed with black marker. I need a new space. That's really what it comes down to. Or I have the same space, but I pay for it. The problem is they will yell at me. The office will yell at me because I talk too loud. Like they already come by that door right there and they're like, well, who's going in here? What's going on here? He's screaming at the top of his lungs about Jeff Bezos. All right, for make the right rail match the main feed, how far should the profile rail match the main feed? That's something to think about. Because the profile, what I'm thinking about on the profile is on the right feed, it's gonna be everything about the person. So right now, when you go to the profile, it's tabs. So if you go to my profile, it's tabs. This is ugly. This is just impossibly, bookmarks should not be there, contributions, badges, liked, things that you've done. Articles should not be there, but you should have videos, or not videos, but what articles, their latest, points or whatever. So I got to think about that. So what I did before is posts is all reposts with comments and original posts. And then reposts is just reposts. And then replies is obviously, they should be replies within here. Maybe it's opened. I got to look at how, see, that's the way it should be, but it should have the original Is that the same thing? Oh, see, that's a bad UI right there. So it's the reply within the original post. I have to see how X does it. X is such a great way to do it. I love the way that X does it. I don't like X, but how did that happen? I gotta look into that. I never put that there. That's interesting. Let's go down here. That's very interesting. Look into. That's very interesting. All right, well, that's a fun thing. All right, let's go there. Let's delete that. All right. Friday. Oh, I forgot to bring in shoes to drop it off at the shoe guy. Yeah, I think the feed is coming along well. The feed is coming along well. Videos are going to be, like this will eventually be needed. And it's going to be a hockey stick moment. Once I lock in, go sober, not going out, weekends are still chill. The weekdays, filming content, the videos work. I have a nice runway of money. Then we're humming. Now we're humming. That's momentum. And then we're steering the ship to quality posts, quality articles, quality videos. We're posting funny stuff. And we're collaborating on Boatenston.com, which I don't think I wrote down actually. Collaborating. And there's also a couple other features that I was thinking about because, games and members and, spaces we don't really use. Chat isn't really used, but I want to use spaces. I kind of want to break it up. Like maybe this is collaboration as well. Maybe we add in Boatenston.com. Because I definitely want to decipher out the main feed from everything else. Because what I looked at when someone sent me an article and it went to X, Twitter, I went there and it was just a car crash it was just a dumpster fire. It was Destruction Derby. I scrolled one time and I left. I'm like, I'm not even giving them any of my attention based on what the feed was. And I'm like, I don't want that in my community. That's not what we're doing here. We're leveling up. It's people leveling up in all areas of their life. They're not just making more money. They're not, a great family man. They have no idea what's going on. Like it's a educational, high IQ, this is where the world's going and this is what this news article means. And I gotta be honest with where my time is going. If 9:30 to 11:30 is a hard guardrail, then, and you'll see the video, then what do I do after that? Well, a portion has to be to bugs in the build. A portion has to be to content. So when I leave the office and people are enjoying it, it works every time. So that was part of the brainstorming session yesterday. Yeah, there you go. You got number one chat of the day, by the way. You got number one chat of the day. The nerd voice. This was yesterday at the trivia game. So what do you do?
I was a 17-year broker owner here in New York City, and I just decided to start, building software with AI, and it's going pretty well. I think it's going to be very, very good in the future. And the guy goes, like, vibe coding? I was like, yeah,
Well, so that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm a vibe coder.
and the girl's like, what thing do you use?
I was like, well, I mean, Claude 4.8 just came out, and Anthropic just got,
And I just started going through the news, and they're just like, their eyes glossed over, and I was like,
that was pretty boring, wasn't it?
and then he turns to her and he goes, so what do you do? What do you do? What does he say?
he framed the question so unique. He's like, how do you, I don't know, how do you get energy or something? I don't know, it's like something weird. How do you spend your energy? And she's like, well, I go to, and whatever, And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, oh yeah, no, that's fun. I'm like, you guys will probably be laid off in a year. I hope you're not laid off, but there's a tsunami coming down, and you should probably join iCharles and subscribe every single day and watch all 3 hours on YouTube. Accept your article? All right. Holy mackerel. Let's see what AI has said. Let's see what Open Router said. Let's go to Real Tracks. Got a 38. Got a 38. That is the lowest one. Real Tracks. Real Tracks, I'm sorry to say, but that will not be published. We gotta get above a 38, bro. It's 274 words and you got a 38? Sir. Oh, that's the future. The technology industry in May 2026 stands at a fascinating crossroads. You lost me. No, I'm kidding. Artificial intelligence has moved away from a buzzword. Governments worldwide are racing to regulate AI responsibly. They are not, though. That's the scary thing is, ooh, I like that highlight. It's blue. I like that highlight. Well played, AI. I'm sorry, but it's weighted on the craft, the demand, and the company fit, community fit. And it's a weighted average. This piece offers a broad AI snapshot that feels generic for iCharles, risking low relevance, while its polished overall may still attract readers seeking a high-level update. So that's it. It's got to be original. It's got to be original thinking. And my YouTube just crashed. Am I still live? My YouTube just crashed. Okay, I guess. Stupid AI. Dog, we got to come in and we got to be pushing the ball forward. We got to be pushing, whether it's laterally, even if you go sideways to a different ring on the ladder to go forward. Like, example, I took the Mark Cuban, not his real name, but Mark Cuban. I took that and I said, that is an original thinking right there. This is to ensure that people see someone who is looked up to, a billionaire, highly influential, massive following on a hit TV show, that you don't take that as a scare tactic because he's an idiot and it's gone up 12% since he's sold it. So he's an idiot. That's what that article is about. And by the way, Mark Wahlberg doesn't care. He got his payout. He's in those rooms. He knows what's coming. If I owned any Bitcoin, and this is not investment advice, in my opinion, I'd be like, what did Mark Wahlberg and why did he do it? And I'd be following suit. What did Nancy Pelosi do? I would be following suit. Oh, this billionaire or this congressperson who's the head of the, treasury secretary or, head of commerce or the whatever, just dumped a lot of shares, or XAI is now not valued at 2 trillion, it's now at 1.8, and there's a mass exodus of people at XAI potentially going to Anthropic, and Anthropic is now valued higher privately than OpenAI. That's the level of thinking we're doing. This is like, and this isn't a knock on you, I'm just giving advice on, this is what I think this means. And that's how I weighted it with Open Router. There's a prompt that goes through and it weights it based on what I just said. Is it a fit? Is it pushing the community forward? Is it, original as well? Like saying that Kirkland and Ellis commits $500 million to build its own AI platform. That's crazy. because they're the highest grossing law firm in the world. And they are putting in $500 million over the, so these guys know something. These guys know something. Obviously, they can do that because they clearly have the financial capacity, but I would also question, why would a lawyer who's clearly also going to AI be doing this? That's like, are they trying to become the AI lawyers? That's a different take. And to be honest, law is next, health is next, doctors are next, teachers are next, all white collar is next, because that's where the money is made, in enterprise. That's where they're gonna load in every single court case that's ever been decided, every brief, everything that's public, all the discovery, that's every single thing globally into one database, and they're gonna be the Bloomberg. Bloomberg does it for the financial industry. They're gonna do it for the law industry. That's something, if you had the capital, this is a brilliant idea. I went from, why are you doing this? That's a stupid idea, to that's a brilliant idea if you take it that direction. That's essentially what, read my Opus, 4.8 to be accepted when 4.9 comes out, I know. All right, we're not just sending articles to send articles. We are doing, like, you know, I'll read through a lot of these articles because it will give me potentially a new insight that I did not know. That's essentially what it is. It's like, it's not like, how can I get published? It's like, how do I get into, I'll give you an example. Amazon accepts all books, but Barnes & Noble does not, because they don't have the capacity to do that. Amazon can. You go into Barnes & Noble, it's handpicked, it's chosen. It's the same thing if you go to Nature magazine, which obviously all the publishing sites are just absolute, I won't say the word, but all of these, you know, peer reviewed and everything else, there's a lot more than meets the eye. They get peer reviewed, and AI is my peer review. Like, AI, peer review this article before it even gets to the publishers to read it and then to publish it. Because the articles is going to be essentially high-end blog posts or articles that, when people who are intelligent, like the guy to my left, comes in and he sees good articles, he goes, oh, actually, I want to have this in my inbox every morning. They then follow you to then get your article. You know, there's a guy called Seth Godin. He has tens of millions of people who want his daily thoughts because he thinks differently. He has very different thinking. Seth Godin, he's the original everyday blog kind of guy. Purple Cow, he's got dozens of books because he thinks totally different. You look at a purple cow because cows are not purple. All right, I think we've given enough examples. Should we go back in and do this live? See what see what it is? All right, so that one, my friend, is, we'll send that later. Reload. He's at 78. He's at 78. Should I have a higher threshold? Should I do like 80? I'll revisit this because the quiet shift rehappening in AI. Did you just record what I said in? Oh my gosh, dude. Dating. Well, that's popular. If you ask people about what's reshaping. All right, I'll read through it. I am out for now. I'll be back. It's not just it's kind of like you wait online. Say there's a club, okay? This is the best way to say it. There's a club. And there's a certain person that has to be confident enough to get online or ignorant enough, and I'm not saying that that's you, but I was ignorant to get online, even though I was like, yeah, no, I can get into the club, even though I know no girls and I'm not with any girls, or the girls I'm with are literally gonna dump us right at the door, which has happened, and they walk in with the bottle service at the VIP table that's 5 to 10 grand, and I'm out in the streets in Soho in January with my buddy to try and get into a regular bar. But you have the mindset that I'm gonna get on this line to get into the club, and then once you're in the club, you can afford the club. And I'm not saying that Charles is like that, but the direction is like a Wall Street Journal direction. There's like good enough to get in, and then good enough to publish. I am good enough to read it, I'm not good enough to be published. And it's gonna be like quality articles. There's not gonna be like 20 articles a day. It's gonna be like the best article that day, I'll push live. Yeah, the best thing is to say, I don't know. I don't know, but I will figure this out. I don't know. That video needs to go out because Wednesday I was on fire. I was just connecting these crazy ideas of how I learned how to think, and that's the value to give to community members. It's not like, by the way, the news said that Donald Trump put out a White House aliens website, and it's whitehouse.gov/aliens, and this is what it means. There's three types of people on the internet, and I'll leave on this, and I know I said that a while, but I do have to go, it's 1 o'clock. You have the people on the internet that literally tell you the news. Then you have people who react to the news. So that's 80% of the people. Okay, 40% are told what the news is. So, by the way, so an example is that guy, I forgot his name, but he's a thin guy now, and he's been doing news for a while. And he just gives you the news. He curates the news to the top 5 stories that you would potentially care about, that he cares about, and he just talks about it. That's 40%. The other 40% are people who react to it, and there's millions of people who react. They react to social media, they react to reality TV, they just react. It's a reaction channel, and they don't produce anything original, they just react. Okay, so that's 80%. And to be honest, it could be 45 and 45, because I think the Pareto principle is not 80-20, it's 90-10 right now. So the last 10% are the people that says, this is the news and this is what it is trying to do. Those are the people that are not well known, because it takes an original thinker to understand what the original thinker is talking about. And that's why thinking is so important. That's why value is so important. Because I am not gonna read the news, I'm not gonna be entertainment. I am not gonna be like, yeah, of course it's gonna be fun and entertaining because I have to capture attention for you to pay attention. However, there's a portion of the content I'm putting out that I would want to subscribe to once I got beyond, like I said, I got beyond the Hitchens, the Dawkins, the Sam Harris. Then I moved into the Jordan Petersons and like the Joe Rogans because he had smart people. And then I moved past them and I was like, who's next? Where are those people? And those people are very, like, it's like that guy with the beanie hat, I forgot his name, that I subscribe to, or Moonshots, or, you know, a couple of these other people that are, it's very niche. They get 150,000 views, and they're never going to get 500,000. They're never going to get 1 million views. They're going to be in a niche crowd their entire lives, and they'll live there because that's not reaction. That's not telling you what the article is, so you don't have to read the article. This is the article, and this is what it means. Why would the largest grossing law firm in the world, invest in their own $500 million invest in an industry that's going to be major disrupted, like healthcare and teachers and college, just like that, and graduate degrees, PhDs, they're all going to be disrupted. And they're all legacy, and they're all going to fight back. But they're like, you know what? We're going to build our own. What if they take, if I was, I don't know. Procter & Gamble, or if I was, say Pfizer, say I'm Pfizer, what I have an ungodly amount of money, and every single day an ungodly amount of people are getting more sick. So I have a very healthy revenue stream going into the future because people are not getting healthier. It's just all over the place. So what they would do is take every single peer-reviewed published paper from every single journal, and this is, I think, what Johns Hopkins or Microsoft did, and they would load it into an AI system, and they would literally say, okay, AI, if someone was looking for, and they would think of everything under the table, every obscure disease, every obscure mental this, mental that, physical this, physical that, interior, exterior, your skin, your teeth, your head, your, migraines, whatever, and they would just produce it all. And one guy did that with Claude. He uploaded, which I wouldn't recommend, but he would upload your biometrics. And he said, Claude, fix me, or what do I look like? Shades just earned 5 post badge. And that's the future, is individual people taking AI for their own good. The larger companies have the money, have the funding, understand they're going to get disrupted, like law, and people are not going to need a $1,000 lawyer. They're going to need a $200 Claude. I used it for documents myself in real estate. New York State's real estate law is so complex. Real estate law is so complex. You can't learn that unless you hire a lawyer. And in New York State, it's required that a buyer and a seller has a lawyer. It's required. So they're going to get disrupted. They're going to be like, I don't need a lawyer. I'm going to represent myself. Get the closing documents, all the documents I need. And someone's going to invent that. New York State law, this is what you need. These are the disclosures. That's what this entire thing is about. This entire movement that we're creating. See how I didn't say I? That was feel the fear and do it anyway. Never use I, my, me. Use we, us, our. And I do that even when I'm talking about I in emails. So it's, anyway, yeah, I was supposed to get off 30 minutes ago. Love how Charles 15 minutes ago said he was going to push it to 3 hours. It's 3 hours, 5 minutes. Yeah, it's funny, the comments that I get on videos. One of my comments on my last video where I have it vibe coded in 250,000, which, to be honest, I think the community is going to blow up. I just need to be ready for it. That's a fact. Because when I started really finding my groove in personal development, it was like nothing for a while, and then it was like 5,000 subscribers. Then I went into faith, nothing, and then 5,000 subscribers. And YouTube is figuring it out. I just need to put out other content, but this other guy found one of my vibe coding.
You mean not 250,000, you mean minus 250,000.
Like he's part of the 80%, 90%. He's part of the 90%. He needs to be served up slop, and you just feel bad for them because they're going to be in one of two camps. People who hate AI or people who are UBI, and they don't have the intelligence to get to an area where they would hate AI but still be employed, and they would never be in the 30% that are actually using it for themselves at a mid-sized company or at a corporation. So that guy was funny though. That was hilarious. You mean negative 250, right? Laugh track. All right. Anyway, I gotta go. It's 1:10. I gotta bounce. Good seeing you guys. Banana Jeans, Estonia. What if someone uses Proton Mail? Something I got flagged for. Yeah. Proton, listen, I use it. But I just, the safety in the back looks at a lot of metrics to connect it with other people that are community members. And Proton is an easy way to just skirt that, obviously, because you could drill up millions of aliases. So, and you can even fake a good one. So, you could create your own that looks real. So I'm still grappling with that. That person has not been approved. That email, I should say. And there's someone else that's tied to another community member. So, you know, like what I'm building now with, you know, whatever, call it 20 people, is integrity matters. And I'm not allowing immoral, not immoral like they're doing something bad, but if that's the thinking process, that's like, that thinking process is like right versus left. That is just like so down here that I just wouldn't even want the monthly membership if it was even paid at that point. You know, it's really what it comes down to. Do you even reread the chat at the end of the video? Yeah. Gmail. Well, Gmail, I have 8 Gmails. It's not really the @. It's just like, even asking that, don't ask it. You know, you're like, that's the thing. Like someone, because there's so many genuine people that are like, hey, I'm Mark Miller on a construction site getting my head bashed in by a forklift, moved to Minnesota, and neither of my teams are in the playoffs anymore. Oh, Charles, is any New York team? Yeah, the Knicks. When are they playing? I don't know. Yeah, it's good. Obviously, there's VPNs, there's Protons, there's aliases, there's Gmails, like, of course. But we're gonna get to a point where Charles literally just shuts it down. Once I have enough videos, the feed is humming, the articles are smart, and there's like a library. I'm gonna just shut it down, and then after that is paid. And those paid people want to interact with real other paid people, not knowing it's free for the original OGs. They want to be like, oh, okay, I like Charles, I like the way he thinks, I will pay. And what? How are, you know, it's like, we got to stop it now. You know, before I take the car out, you know, like I come home late, my dad's standing there silently, and I'm like, all right, I'm sorry. He wants to stop it there before I come home later. And maybe I take the car out, or maybe I sneak out of the house, which I did. He was a good dad, though. He was a great dad. If only I had his patience. Between my brother and I, holy cow. Holy cow. I don't know how my mom and dad still loved me. We were chaos. Chaos. All right, boys and girls, enjoy your weekend. Yeah, I know. I had to take it down because I use a VPN and the VPN goes to Cloudflare. So now I'm thinking of a gate on that. I'm thinking a gate on that. Again, we're here to add value and not take the system down, okay? We're not Antifa, all right? We are people that are, you know, we're meeting in Philadelphia trying to draft a constitution for the colonists. We're not, you know, the redcoats that are, you know, shooting us in the Boston harbor because we're through tea into the, because we're getting taxed. All right, we're drafting, we're doing better. We're doing better. We're not doing exploits. We're not doing, I'm getting around. Like, I understand there's a good part of that, and that should be in the bugs. Like, hey, Charles, by the way, I was able to get around through my VPN, and then I'll be like, okay, Cloudflare does it because I have a VPN, and then, you know, I'll be like, okay, maybe my VPN. I have to think through this, okay? All right, boys and girls, I gotta head out. Cheerio, enjoy your weekend. I'll be back Monday.